Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
The movies, the internet stuff is so violent. It's so incredible.
I'm so worried about it just because the consumption of these violent video games has been going up continuously since the early 90s, and yet youth violence has been going down.
Look at juvenile crime statistics, which have gone down dramatically over the past 15 years. It really doesn't seem to bear what the American pediatrics.
You can pick up guns, knives. You can now choose to punch, kick, headbutt people, stab them.
That's the only thing I need to know about. I need to know about what's going on in his chat here.
Yeah.
I'm seeing elephants with big dongs, a naked woman, hunting hubba, and
What's going on, guys? While he's looking at all that, greetings, everybody. Welcome to today's program. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to mention, if you missed the announcement for today's episode of Tune In Live or any of our past streams and podcasts, be sure to come over and follow us on Twitter at ArrowOfficial17 or Facebook.com/Arrow with the name 18 for updates on any and all future streams. Today I am joined by my co-host Shadow and, of course, special guest The Empire 495.
Yo.
what's up, man? What's up, guys? Aliens are real.
Yep,
They're out there. The truth is out there.
they're deer.
Okay, that's zombies, not aliens.
So yeah, let's see. Wolf was like, my nephew, let me borrow his. I'll be in a bit. Oh, okay. I guess Wolf will be in here sometimes, and I even told Cypher if he wants to join in, he could feel free. Oh, there he is. He didn't join in yet, but he is online. So yeah, during yesterday's stream, if any of y'all missed the stream yesterday, I had let's see. There's Cypher. I take it he just saw my artwork. Yes. Yes, he did. And of course, if Cypher does want to join in, you feel free to join in at any time. We're going to be talking about music today and such.
I have a feeling Wolf's gonna like that.
What's up, Wolf?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh God.
We're going to hear you, TCB.
We can hear
No,
your buttery biscuits.
I'm not even home.
Yeah, I got the message and all. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
What? Hold on.
But yeah, yesterday, during yesterday's stream, well, after the stream, we were sharing a whole bunch of shit on here. Like, Empire was asking how we got the little emojis and shit. I forgot we had the emojis in here in the Discord. And we were talking about the hubba. And we were just having a whole bunch of good laughs. And Cypher saying, new song, Wolfie Style.
Oh, God.
Ha.
We need an emoji for that.
Yeah, we do.
Leave it to Cypher. He'll do something with it. And then, of course, he's got, I have so many fat squats right now. It was supposed to be his thing for, I have so many boners.
Yeah, I see that.
Then there was fat squats. He was showing all that stuff to Empire. Then he got his, the Democrat unicorn. You got,
And that Wolf's favorite picture, the elephant.
yeah, the elephant getting ready to Wolfie style Obama.
And I might not be home long because I'm not even home and I'm borrowing my nephew's headset. So when my sister-in-law gets in, I'm gonna have to disconnect.
Yeah, it's all good, man. So, today's stream, like we just said, it's going to be all out music. Because if you missed the stream last night, I was streaming The Evil Within 2. That stream went on for almost about 4 hours. It was pretty fun, and
Really?
yeah, and for like the last hour or so, I was sitting there talking about music. Like, we were talking about bands and all kind of stuff. And I figured, you know what, let's just hold a special episode of Tune In Live where it's like, talk about nothing but music. Like, I would love to have Cypher in here if he was, if he wanted to join. Because he has a, I don't want to say, well, I guess I could say he has a connection to one of our favorite bands. His wife's, I believe you said it was her brother, I think. I can't remember. I keep forgetting. It was either her brother, her cousin, or whoever it was. He's the lead singer for the band Flaw.
That's awesome.
Your brother, that's it. Thanks, Star Tenshi. Yeah, your brother. Yeah, her brother is the lead singer.
That's
for
awesome.
Flaw. And I saw she posted on Facebook the other day that she was going to see him at Fish Head Canteen. I was like, if I had the money for the tickets, the tea bag and the hubba. There you go, Empire.
Oh, God.
I'll be being teabagged. Oh, no. Yeah, if only I put in some PTO and had money for tickets, I would have. Yeah, I would have went up there and saw them. Because I love Flaw ever since their first album. Oh, God. Now I gotta.
How do you spell it? FALW?
FLAW. Flaw. FLAW.
Oh, I'm gonna check them out.
Yep, over to the Wikifedias and stuff. Yeah, I got into them. What was that album? The first album, Through the Eyes. That was when everybody got into them. They had the song Only the Strong, Payback, Hole, My Letter. There was one of those songs. I think it was either Hole or Payback that was on the Triple X soundtrack. And I think there was one on another soundtrack, I remember.
What does the lead singer look like? Does he have blonde hair?
I haven't seen him. What does Cypher say?
Or does he have like
I'm going
dreads?
to hell for the next one I post. Oh, God. See, Star Tenchi said they just finished their... I don't know if you can see it, Wolf.
Oh, God.
Oh, hold on.
That's nightmare inducing.
Oh.
That is nightmare inducing right
What
there.
the fuck?
Oh. We all get teabagged. Let's see. They just finished their tour, but they should be back again in 3. Okay, that's cool. I do have a lot of PTO, so I can just have. There's Dark. He gonna come in the chat like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, I don't know if I have a picture of him. His name is Chris Vols. He was born in, of course he was born in Maryland. Duh, it's Tenshi's brother. If I could find a. So I never knew what he looked like though.
That's the perfect one, Cypher.
Oh God, what was it? Yep,
You.
yeah, of course. It's like, yeah, we've been touched by the teabag.
Touched by something.
Why is there a picture of David Bowie under Chris Vols?
What in the fuck is that? Oh, man.
The eyes compliment that picture.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, Chris Vols. He was born in Bowie, Maryland. Lead vocalist for Flaw. And the other band, 5 Bolt Maine. That I love that. I love them too.
Wow, Johnny T.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 5 Bolt Maine. I remember when I saw the album and I heard about it and I bought it because I was getting into new music at the time. There's Kira.
Oh, I thought he had an earring on for a second there. That's the first thing I saw. There's me.
Yep, there it is.
Me and my awesome hat. I don't wear hats very much.
But yeah, 5 Bolt Maine. I remember I was actually up there visiting my grandparents, and I was hanging out with Kira. Kira and I, we went to the mall up there in Martinsburg, and we went to, I think it was FYE, and I remember buying their album. What was it? I think it was, was it Live? No, it wasn't Live. I think it was Live. It was either Live or Complete. I think it was Live. Yeah, I remember buying that album because I remember the songs, The Gift, Pathetic, Broken Compass, Only the Strong, Flaw cover. Yeah, I remember, and I was like, hey, that's the singer from Flaw. And I love that. I was like, I love Flaw, and I love, his side band, 5 Bolt Maine. I don't know, Tenchi, can you shed any light in on this? Because I'm looking at the track listing for their album Live. Apparently, okay, it's a second release, so they don't have their first release on Wikipedia, but it has a cover of Only the Strong, Flaw cover. And I'm like, because I'm like, he was in Flaw, that was his song. Like, he covered Only the Strong, and not unless maybe it's just a live cover. I don't know. What was it? It was Venting. Okay,
Well, I'm just going to save all their albums so I can listen to them later.
Yeah. Okay, Venting was the first album. That was the debut album. I remember getting that. I remember The Gift, Pathetic. Some of the, there's like a few songs on there that I can still remember.
Well, I tell you another good thing since we're talking about music and all, I don't know if y'all watched that Bohemian Rhapsody, man. That is a good movie.
Oh, I still yet to watch it.
I still got to see it.
Mercury.
Yep.
And I watched the whole thing. I watched it twice, man. And you can get it on Xbox Live. You can rent it on there for $5.99 or whatever. I don't know how much it is on Xbox.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, it's amazing how that the person that played Freddie Mercury did the whole freaking movie so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, it really was. I was really impressed how they pulled that off.
Well, if you like his acting, he's the same guy from Mr. Robot.
Well, they also are saying that Alice Cooper wants a movie out about him next. So we might get an Alice Cooper biography movie. You never know.
Well, I don't know if you know it. There is one coming out on Elton John called Rocket Man.
Yeah, the Rocket Man, yeah. I just saw that on YouTube, matter of fact. Today.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a trailer that came out today.
It's out right now, yeah.
It is out right now? Okay.
I'll share it with you once you find it again.
They should do one on GNR.
Yeah, I wonder who would play the douchebag as Axl Rose.
Axl Rose is a joke, man. That guy's like trying to take over so many bands. It's not even funny.
I know, oh god.
He was good back in the day, though.
Wasn't it? I think it was a year ago where Brian Johnson, he was supposed
to take over AC/DC. That didn't work out too well for him.
Yeah, he's supposedly back in the AC/DC because they threw him out originally. And he was going to go over and do some stuff with GNR, and that didn't work out. It was either he was going over to GNR or Axl Rose was going to do for AC/DC. It was one of those two, but it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, Axl Rose is not AC/DC material.
Nope. It just doesn't fit in there. Like, okay, look at Stone Temple Pilots. When Scott Weiland, I think this was either he was with Velvet Revolver, or after he had passed away, they had they did an EP with Chester Bennington, and
that was pretty good.
I listened to it a few times, but I was like, I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Tenchi. I didn't even pay attention to the Discord for a while there. Okay, that is a picture of okay, that's a picture of Chris Falls. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I was looking at this. Hey, there she is. What's up?
Not bad. So their first album was actually Through the Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was back in 2001. And that was really when they started. The most recent one they had was Divided We Fall.
Okay.
And they've been touring on that one for 2 years now. They have an EP that just came out like a month ago. Just kind of half Divided We Fall and half the new one that's coming out.
Okay.
But they are set to have a new album drop the end of March, beginning of April.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait for that. I'm looking at their Wikipedia, and I see Through the Eyes, then there's Endangered Species. I only remember maybe 2 songs off of that. I didn't fully listen to that album. Divided We Fall, that came out in 2016. That was after a 12-year hiatus, I guess. And then the one that's to be announced is called Volume 4.
Yeah. They had some issues between the band.
Yeah,
so,
I see a lot of ex-band. I see a lot of ex-band members. Holy shit!
For a while there, he was with 5 Volt Maid instead of Flaw because then the guitarist had some issues.
Okay.
And then I know the most recent they used to have this one drummer. He didn't seem like too bad a dude, but he kept bailing on them for shows and agreeing to be a drummer for a show for another band. Like the same night he was supposed to be doing a show with them, and finally they would like, screw you, you're out. So they have a new drummer. George Octopus has been with them for almost for a majority of the past year, and he's the one in all the recent pictures with the dreads. He's amazing though.
Okay, yeah, I see it right now. Yeah, George, 2017 to present. Dan, was it Crisafulli? I don't know if I'm pronouncing.
Yeah, he plays the bass.
He's bass. Tommy Gibbons guitar. Rob
He's the
Batorf,
half Asian one.
Okay.
He's pretty good too. And then Rob is the other guitarist.
Okay, yeah, because I even see, the breakup, the side projects, and internal strife. After the band broke up, band members moved on to new projects. Yeah, Voles went on to 5-Bolt Main. They only had, from what I could count, it was 2 albums. And I guess maybe one of them, I think they released a live album, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure they did. I can't remember what it was called though.
Oh, Cypher's in here. I didn't even know you popped in.
Well, I'm just going to say one thing. Don't put in Twitch. Elton John and George Michael, don't let the sun go down on me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta tell you guys about that. Alright. So last night, I was streaming, and I forgot what I was talking about. And we were talking about music, talking about great music of the decades and all. Here's Cypher. You let me listen now. Jesus. Red Zone.
It's an emoji.
There you go. Oh, that's what the emojis add up to. Okay.
Of course, Vaseline's in there. What else is there?
So, we were talking about something, and Empire put, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me by George Michael and Elton John. And I look over, and Twitch is asking me to allow or decline his comment. And I'm reading the comment after I accepted it, and I was like, what's vulgar about this? And it said, add per minute term, George Michael, go down on me.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
I was like, my ass, like, what the fuck, Twitch? I'm done.
Epic fail on Twitch's part.
And then Joe, he was there too at the very end. Joe did the same thing, and of course Twitch did it again. It was like, George Michael, go down on me. I'm like, what are you all saying over there, Twitch? Like, he's saying something completely different. Is there something you all need to tell me? I'm like, for fuck's sake, didn't we have this discussion yesterday? Like, okay, we're not being homophobic here, but what's going on, Twitch? You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do this. I'm a mod on my own channel. Let me see. Don't let the sun go down on me by George Michael
and Elton John.
Well, let me do it because I'm the mod. Hey, do you have Twitch up, Mike, or do you gotta switch to something else for that?
I'm not on the main Twitch. All
right, I'll show you what you mean. Like, if any of you guys have access to your PCs, yeah, get on the chat and do it. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, the family resemblance. I just now see that. Oh yeah, okay. I take it that's Chris in the middle.
Yep, and then my older brother, who's still younger than Chris, Robert, is the other one. When the two of them are next to each other, I swear to God, it's like they're twins.
Oh, okay. I think the closest I ever gotten to any band members was back in 2000. I want to say 2008, 2009 in Glen Burnie, when Best Buy was over near the Glen Burnie Mall, and they had their music section there. I don't know why they took out the music section. I'll never understand that. And did somebody leave? Oh, I thought somebody left the chat. I was going to say. But I don't know why they took out their music section. But I remember, I think Motley Crue was having Crue Fest 2. And I think it was either them. But I know Theory of a Dead Man, Hinder, was on tour with Godsmack. And I think it was Motley Crue. But Theory of a Dead Man and Hinder, they were at Best Buy that one Saturday, then they were signing autographs. And so me, the wife, and Johnny T, we all went down to Best Buy. And I was like, I don't have anything for them to sign. I just want to meet them in person, you know. JT, he went and bought their album that came out at the time. It was their second album that came out. I forgot what the hell it was. Now I'm gonna have to. Here we go. Extreme Behavior. That was it. Extreme Behavior came out. I think it was. No, not Extreme Behavior. I'm sorry. Take It to the Limit. Take It to the Limit was their second album. That came out in 2008. So yeah, it was 08. Their album came out. So he went up. He bought the album, and we waited in line for like, I want to say 45 minutes. And we got up there. I was taking pictures and everything. I still got the pictures to this day. And I'm like, wow, I'm actually this close to meeting two pretty good bands. Like, I was mostly there for Theory of a Dead Man. I chose Theory of a Dead Man over Hinder. Like, Hinder's okay with me. You know, I like a couple of their songs, but I love Theory of a Dead Man. And then, of course, last year we went and saw them. I keep forgetting the name of the venue. It's down toward DC. It was a small venue, and it was standing room on the floor only, and the seats were up in the balcony. But we were down on the floor, and I was like, "Damn, I'm standing 10 feet away from the band. This is awesome." That's like the closest I ever gotten. And of course, like I mentioned last night in the stream, I've only been to 3 concerts. Back in 2017, Bane and I went to M&T Stadium to see Volbeat, Avenged Sevenfold, and Metallica. And they were all pretty good, and of course, Metallica always puts on a spectacular show. You know, the stage setup was really good, the pyrotechnics were all good. Who let the dogs out?
My sister's next door neighbor.
I was gonna say, but yeah, they were all pretty good. I love the energy from all these bands, especially like, you know, Metallica. Every last one of them's like 50-some years old, and they still got that energy. Volbeat, pretty good rock and roll band, you know, especially when they broke out with singing Johnny Cash's "Ring of Fire." That was pretty good. I had to get that recorded. I have that somewhere on a hard drive.
Nice.
And then, of course, last year went and saw Theory of a Dead Man. That was back in, I want to say, April or May. And then in August, Bane and I went down to Virginia. We saw Red Sun Rising. I was playing their song The Other Side last night. That's one of my favorite songs. And then Shinedown came out. And I want to say, like, we went down there for all 3 of these bands. Godsmack was the main event. And I was like, holy shit, Shinedown and Godsmack. Like, I've always wanted to see Godsmack live. You know, I've watched their DVD for Changes, and their energy on stage is, I love it. I love when they perform. And Shinedown came out. Shinedown put on a phenomenal act. And I was like, you know, Godsmack better wow me. Because this was really good. I enjoyed Shinedown every second. And then, of course, Godsmack came out. You know, they put on a hell of a show. They even did that that fucking drum duel thing. What the hell they call that? I don't know if you guys know the name of it. It's where Sully was on the drum kit, and then he had the other drummer out there, and they were kind of like dueling drums or something like that. You know, it was one of those 7-minute things. That was awesome. I can't believe they did that. And then, of course, during both sessions with Shinedown and Godsmack, at one point, they were talking about, like, you know, being outside, outdoors, under a starry sky, you know, let the stars light up below and shit like that. So they were like, so we asked the people up in the rafters, turn the lights off. Just turn all the lights off. And I want every one of you, every last one of you, to take out your cell phones and let them shine. And I tell you what, everybody pulled their phones out. It lit up the whole fucking arena. it was spectacular. It was more funny with Godsmack, because Godsmack, what was his name? Sully was like, All right, we want you to turn all these lights off. Turn that shit off. Turn it all off. I want you all to light us up. I want you all to be in control of it. And he's like, oh, you'll see us in a minute. Bye. And he's like, all right, everybody pull out your phones. And man, they fucking lit the whole thing up. God, I wonder if I can find that real quick.
I've only been to one concert that wasn't one of my brother's shows. And that was back in 2003 when I was a senior. I went and saw 30 Seconds to Mars. They opened for Incubus.
Hell, what fucking CD? I only liked one of their CDs. Let's see, 30 seconds. You know, for the longest time.
This is War, Beautiful Lie, and Kings and Queens is my favorite ones.
Okay, I didn't listen to their debut album. I didn't even know who they were at the time. I didn't even know Jared Leto was an actor also. I thought he was just a singer for the band. I didn't get into them till A Beautiful Lie came out.
Oh, shit!
What the hell's going on?
Don't do that shit again, man. What the fuck? Bro.
Oh, God.
We're witnessing a robbery in session on stream. Hand over the phone!
My freaking damn nephew just came in with a freaking BB gun and scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, yep. Hold up! I told you. I told you. But yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars. I didn't get into them until like 2005 because I didn't hear anything about them until then.
I wanted to hang out with y'all, but she doesn't want me out there.
Yeah, we wanted to hang out with you too, man.
Oh, really?
Always.
Oh, she just still wants to be. I thought we were play video games.
All right, I'm gonna share this link in the Discord. Oh, you'll be in 10 minutes. Oh, okay. So he's doing something.
Yeah. Did you see it? Did you see that? And the person's getting that. Hey, good thing about being.
Whoa.
Okay. I know the people on the stream, but if you guys listen to it.
What if that dude got attacked? Then what?
Woof! Mute!
Well, I'm actually going to get ready to get off and make dinner.
Oh, okay.
Something that you will be happy to know is that I actually took a camcorder with me.
And they're going to see this video, you know that.
And I've recorded all of the songs.
Okay, hold on.
They're going to roll on them.
I'm going to
I'll
mute her for a
probably post
minute.
them on my Facebook, and you'll be able to kind of see the show that way.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Sorry, Wolf, I had to mute you there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those of you watching, you're not going to see the video. If you guys want to see this video, I will post it on our, I'll post it on our Twitter real quick. But I'm going to play the audio so you guys can hear it. This is down in Jiffy Lube, August 19th last year, Bristol, Virginia. I forgot what they played after this. Let's see. Is it picking up on here? Yes, it is. I mean, I don't think you guys can hear it in the Discord, but I'm playing it through the stream.
No.
He's gonna pull a Chris Angel. I remember that. He's like, I'm gonna pull a Chris Angel on you. They just turn all the lights off, and then everybody pulls out their cell phones. That's just amazing. Everybody pulled their cell phones out, and it lit up the entire area.
I see that from the video you shared in the chat here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Shinedown did the exact same thing. They were playing, what the hell were they playing? They were playing something off of their second or third album. I think that was off of their I think it was off their latest album, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good rock album. Wolf, you still talking to your nephew?
He's back.
Wolf. I think he dropped the phone. I was gonna say.
Okay, there he is.
I was gonna say because you were talking to your nephew and all, and I had to mute you. I'm sorry, man.
While I am sitting in the kitchen right next to a demon, literally my sister's house, and her basement is right here, and it's got a demon in it.
Save that for Saturday. We're gonna do that for. Well, actually, you know what? That Saturday's gonna be our dreams episode.
Ooh, dreams.
Yeah, it's either gonna be spooky dreams or wet dreams. You decide.
Oh. Well, depending on what time it is, if I'm home, I can do it with you.
Yeah,
I'm not working Saturday, so.
Oh, okay, because it's gonna be around 2 p.m. when we hold it, because I get up around 2 p.m.
I'll be there.
Okay.
2, I'm not sure where I'm going. I think that's when we'll probably be leaving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I work Saturday night, so yeah. Cypher is. I don't know if Cypher's still. Oh, I heard his mic. I seen his mic light up.
He's doing what Fat Squatch always does.
My favorite rock group, and always will be, is Korn. That's like my favorite rock band ever.
Here to stay, baby.
I think that's everybody's favorite rock group.
And then it's Godsmack, then it's Evanescence, then it's Linkin Park, then it's Shinedown, then it's I can't. Some of them I got put on number 1 because I like Korn and like another group at the same time as much as I do like them. I have so many bands.
All right, it's too hard to pick. There's so much good music out there.
Korn's my number 1. I'm sorry, Korn and Korn, Creed, Linkin Park, and Evanescence are my top 4.
See, last night. Yeah, because last night I was counting like all the music on my hard drive that I have. What the hell was that?
Oh, you heard that?
It was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What is up with nephew?
Somebody's got their mouth full over there.
Like, is that a demon?
I'm drinking.
Cypher has somebody that Cypher's related to.
And they're like, what?
Cypher's related to Ray Stantz, so we can get him in here.
I drank the Coke Vanilla and Sprite at the same time.
That's an interesting combination.
We can add that to the stream Saturday there, Cypher. Be like, oh yeah, I was talking about Ghostbusters. Ray Stantz's Wet Dream.
Oh god.
God damn.
No comment.
Yeah, I was adding up all the songs I had on my hard drive last night, and between.
And you don't want it to happen, just yell banana.
You ever sneeze and then you fart at the same time?
Banana? I'll have a banana.
How about we sneeze and fart?
Oh,
Justin?
by the way, I'm about to post something in Discord that you forgot to post in there, Arrow.
Okay, let's see what this is.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You're the one who made it.
Yeah, I forgot to put that. I did put it on Twitter. I could have I don't know. I can't remember if I put it on
Facebook too. Yeah, because I commented on it.
Well, I commented on Twitter.
Have you seen me? Yeah, it's Fat Squatch. It found contact the dairy farm.
That's what I said. God, all we need is Fat Squatch milk.
All right, hold on. I do have another one that I did.
Next time we play with Psycho, I'm gonna call him big fat.
Okay. Yeah. Next time we call, or
we won't play tonight, or no?
I don't know. Are we playing tonight?
Waiting.
I don't know. Are we playing tonight, Wolf?
All right.
Because I don't like go in and out.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say what are we doing now?
No.
I don't want to know what he's doing. I do not want to know what he's doing.
No, it's my nephew, dude. Really?
I know.
I'm just. Oh man, what am I talking about right now?
Yeah,
I know. I was just telling him he's going to. I heard that. And Michael, why did you tell him about butter biscuits? Really? Really? Don't you get started. I'm Justin.
What's the matter, Wolf? Don't like buttered biscuits?
Shut up! Oh my god.
Empire must have walked away because he was talking about buttered biscuits last night too.
The sad part is I'm the one that started
My
all.
nephew just said we have the Cosby Army.
The Cosby Army? I thought we were a Cosby show.
I don't have no pudding.
What?
It's a black guy that gets slapped with a hot dog bun.
It's a. Well, I heard black guy and hot dog
No,
buns.
it's the black guys that get slapped with hot dog buns.
It's like cosmetology.
He does know we're streaming, right?
Yes, he knows.
All right, because we ain't
saying it.
Oh gosh, where the hell does he come up with this?
Well, here's another one I did. We got the Fast Squatch one in the chat. I did this one too.
Oh wow!
When did Wolf go missing?
Mike would like that one. Where the hell you at, Mike? I know you say you'll be in 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's been over 10 minutes.
The hubba went missing. If found, contact gay bastard and all that.
He said that before, didn't he?
Yeah, gay bastard and all that shit.
I thought that was one of his famous quotes.
No,
I'm drinking out of a measuring cup.
You're drinking out of a measuring cup?
Yep. Oh. Mm-hmm.
I seriously think you're gayer than a $2 bill.
No, I'm not. Oh, wait a minute.
How many times do I gotta tell you? At least a $2 bill has value.
He's enjoying that more than I thought he would.
Shut up.
I wish that damn soundboard was still up.
That was fell.
Talk about music, Tori.
Yeah, I don't know, because we were talking about music, and then his nephew wanted to talk about fart or something, and
then we talked about butter and biscuits again.
Oh, come on, don't start this, man. They got my nephew saying it.
And then, of course, the Fat Squatch and the Wild Hubba are somewhere in the woods together.
The only thing that would make this worse if there was butter and biscuits going on while Woofy style was happening, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
It went anywhere. What the hell?
Mission accomplished.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't know you could choke from that end, but okay.
That's what she said.
Well, it's so big it came out from both ends, I guess so.
Oh,
my.
What was that type of deer? What was it? Hillshire Farm?
What?
Well, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah.
Deaton Watson.
Pepperidge Farm always remembers. They remember watching Decent Watson going into your Hillshire Farm.
I guess Wolf has first class experience on that, huh?
You know what, Shadow? Jade's want to know one.
Yeah, so you would know, huh?
Nope.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, we left off on 30 Seconds to Mars. That's where I was last night. Yeah, because Tenshi said she went and saw them. Like, when it comes to... I don't even know if I would classify them as... Well, they're not indie rock. What the hell is their style? It's just American rock.
I think they're just not heavy metal. They're like hard rock, new metal.
Oh, they're alternative rock. They're considered alternative.
Yeah. My bad.
They're associated with bands like Angels and Airways, which is a Tom DeLonge's in there from
Green Day.
Blink-182.
Ava's an amazing band.
Yep. Tom DeLonge. He's the one that went chasing aliens too.
Yes.
There's a fun fact for you. Oh yeah, Tom DeLonge. He stopped playing in Angels and Airwaves because he was out there chasing aliens and shit. Like he believes. Let's see. What did he do? Anything recently? I wonder.
I think they're getting ready. They just went back to the studio. They're getting ready to make another Angels and Airways album.
Okay.
Well,
What the hell? He was in movies? Apparently he was in movies, too. He was in, what's this? Idle Hands. He was in American Pie, Shake, Rattle, and Rolls.
Really?
Two Girls and a Guy. Wonder what that movie's about. The Urethra Chronicles?
What?
Oh, it's a documentary film starring punk band. Yeah, Blink-182. Oh, it's a documentary film. The Urethra Chronicles?
What are they documenting?
I don't know. He was on Mad TV at one point.
I don't want to go out under it.
Okay, I can see that.
All right, there's a lot of documentaries. The last thing he starred in was a short film called Poet Anderson the Dreamwalker.
Yes, that accompanied one of their albums. It was supposed to be a movie that went with the music.
Oh, okay. And of course, like the last album he did with Blink-182 was Neighborhoods, and that's when what was his name? He was the guitarist. He was either the guitarist or the bassist for the band. Yeah, Mark. He took over. Yeah, he took over doing the vocals. And I was saying last night, he has a pretty good voice. What the fuck was that?
I'm outside. I'm sorry.
Was Air Force One flying over your house?
I can't vape in the house because my niece-in-law is cerebral palsy real bad and she's up to machines.
Oh.
And,
yeah. All right, I gotta show you all this. I just took a screenshot of this. If it'll let me save it.
Michael's got a lot. No mind.
No, I'm looking at the timeline for the band members for Blink-182, and I kid you not, this is what's showing on Wikipedia. I'm like, what kind of fucking timeline is that? I'm like,
are they even still together?
Yeah, they're still together.
They are, but Tom's not with the band anymore because he focused on Angels and Airways more.
Yeah, because Mark Hoppus, he they lasted an album back in 2016. It was a pretty good album. Mm-hmm. Like he has a phenomenal voice. Like they don't need Tom DeLonge, you know. They got Mark, and he was always a backup singer for them too. And he does have a pretty good voice, so you know them doing a whole album with him. Like, I love their song "Bored to Death." That was a really good song. And let's see. They had former touring and session members. You know what I don't get? When I look at three-piece bands like this, like I think at the beginning, like let's go back and say like, okay, Theory of a Dead Man. They were once sort of a three-piece band. And I'm like, well, who do y'all get a fourth person to do like the guitar or the bass? And usually, I guess they would hire somebody to do that for when they go on tour. But usually, I guess when they go to like autograph signings or whatever, you just see the three band members. It's like, okay, you play guitar, they play drums, and they play bass. It's like, okay, who do you get to do the guitar solos when you're live? Who does the rhythm guitar? I don't like. Okay, I guess they just hire some touring members for that. Because Blink-182, they had 6 touring members. One back in '93, one in '94. About 4 of them in '99, and then a couple reappeared in like 2000 and then 2013.
I already had a couple hits, babe.
I know one band. I know one band.
You want kitty cakes?
I want some kitty cakes.
Now there's kitty cakes. Oh god.
I don't know what the hell he's eating over there.
That would be wolfie cakes, but I guess it's kitty cakes now.
He's gonna be meowing later. Meow.
Well, I always thought he was a pussy. I guess that makes sense.
Pull out the litter pan. Oh god.
Well, that'd be nice to you.
I guess wolves do lick themselves, don't they? So it makes sense.
That would be nice of us. What?
What? I'm talking to my wife.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you were talking to us.
Oh. I'm not gonna go there. No comment.
Yeah, there was one band I played last night. not a whole lot of people know about him unless you're like into the underground new metal shit, and that was Raw. Kira got me into Raw. I think we got you into Raw too, Shadow.
Yeah, I was listening to a few of their songs. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, Ra, that came from the, it was like the name of the Egyptian god, and that was the name of the band, and I think they were all, what was their all race? What was all their race or something? Let's see, Ra.
Oh, God.
Or their origins or something. Let's see, Ra. They are an American band. They came out of Los Angeles. They're alternative metal and post-grunge. Taking their name from the Egyptian sun god Ra. They formed in '96, took off around 2002.
Dragon of Ra.
Yeah. Let's see. Their associated acts: Trickster. I never heard of Trickster. Deep Field. I don't think I've heard. Charleston, South Carolina. I was gonna say Charleston, West Virginia. Huh?
What?
Fight or Flight. I heard of them. Oh yeah. I was gonna listen to them. Fight or Flight, that was a band started by Disturbed members Dan Dungan and Mike Wengren, the guitarist for Disturbed. When did they have an album? Oh, their album came out in 2013. Where the fuck was I at for that? Do I have that album? I might have it. Let me see. I have everything. I pretty much have everything. Let's see. Yes, I do. I have that album, Fight or Flight. I do have that album. I just haven't listened to it. I don't know why I haven't listened to it. But yeah, I was going through like all my songs, and I'm like between the different genres of what the fuck? I just now saw a cucumber.
Look at the tip.
Uh-huh.
It kind of hats.
I think I'm about to let you all talk so I can do one of these things. I'm like, God damn it. Where the fuck's Yahoo? I'm gonna get me a goddamn. I called him a fucking zucchini head at one point.
Zucchini head.
Wait, what are we talking about? What's going on?
The topic is music.
I think.
I heard something about a zucchini. What brought that up?
Well, I see.
It's fried.
I see the hubba, and I see him eating a cucumber.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it brought something off, all right.
What the fuck is all this fruit? Oh, what's that, zucchini bread? Ew, that shit's disgusting.
Ew.
Looks like somebody shat that at their ass. What the?
Yeah, the hubba.
Zucchini tortillas? It looks like somebody baked some weed in that shit.
I like fried zucchini.
You like fried zucchini?
Yeah. Wait a minute, don't mock me.
Now you know where the bread comes out.
I was actually sitting here earlier when I was doing some work and shit, and I was just sitting here just acting goofy and all, and I was like, I like tater tots. I like tater tots. They are so good. I had my window open too. I was like, is the neighbors out there? No, the neighbors weren't even home.
I think it would have been better if you would have started singing mashed potatoes.
Oh, God. I was playing all those songs last night. I was playing mashed potatoes. What was that? I'm going down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck.
I'm thinking about turning them into ringtones.
There was one I shared to you. It was called The Magic Toenail. Yeah,
I played that, and my wife was watching too, going, huh?
I'm going to share it right here in the Discord. I'm going to play it live here for you guys. This is some funny shit.
Mashed potatoes. Hey, sweet
Potatoes.
Baked potatoes.
Potato chips.
I can't believe I forgot about that. It's been so long.
The Brock Show.
I'm watching it now.
Nobody can make a donut. Do the thing you do. Believe me, baby, believe me, baby. I've tried quite a few.
What was that?
I've eaten meatballs in Sweden and pork chops in Peru.
chicken.
Sweet potatoes.
Well, if you were one random person, I'd
Well, here's the other one I was talking about. This is Magic Toenail. I don't know if it'll pick up all the way on the...
I have a
loud and clear.
magic toenail. I keep it on my foot. It's always there to rescue me when something goes kaput. It has the cutest cuticles, free of
The cutest
all
cuticles.
disease. As toenails go, it's really quite extraordinary. Thank you, thank you, magic toenail.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Jeez.
I love my magic toenail.
I love my magic toenail. Does this thing there?
Magic Toenail is my best friend.
You miss a whole lot, Empire.
Yeah.
It turns yellow when I don't clean it.
Oh my god. Oh,
What?
No. Oh no.
Scroll up in the Discord.
They name him a Moltar now.
Oh yeah. I mean, we talked a little about Discord, music. We talked about Flaw a little bit more. Talked about Raw and all, and then we started looking at the Hubba eating pickles and.
I don't know why anybody was looking at that. I don't know who made that.
It wasn't me. I think it was.
It couldn't have been me. I'm just so innocent.
I think. I think at one point I thought about I think it was me or somebody was thinking about just like putting a big dick right there. What was this one? Oh, what was this? Goat? I don't even know what the hell that is. Oh, that's Goatsy. That's a Goatsy emoji. That's what that is.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The Goatsy emoji. You know what a Goatsy is?
Nope, never heard of it.
Me neither.
I think I showed you, Shadow.
Did you? That must have been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to de-virginize Empire here.
I thought we did that when I put the cucumber in front of Hubba's mouth.
I thought you didn't do that. I thought you were innocent.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to scare him too much. I'm going to give you a PG-rated version of what a Goatsy is.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Do I even want to know?
No.
I
No,
suddenly
you
want to
don't.
place another cucumber.
Well, here's a cleanup version. That's a cake. That's pretty much what a Goatsy is, minus the fork, of course.
Whole new meaning to eating ass.
Is that jelly?
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
I don't know. Go lick it and find out.
I'll let Wolf do it for me. He can take the fall.
Nah, I'm good.
I think he's hungry for some. Can you imagine cutting that cake and be like, "Oh, can I get the asshole?"
Well, I see it cut into the balls, and never mind. I'm done.
Have it neutered.
I think that's what's happening right now.
Well, that's one way of getting a vasectomy.
Yep.
God.
No, that came across me. A buddy of mine a couple years ago. He mentioned Goatsy to me, and I never heard the fucking term. And he first heard the term. Somebody was streaming. It was one of the Legend of Zelda games. I think it was A Link to the Past. I think that was the SNES version of it. And the guy who was streaming it was like, "Oh, look, is that a Goatsy? Is that a Goatsy?" And he looked it up. Like, I don't even know where my buddy looked up a lot of this shit. But when he showed that to me, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then from there on out, it was my mission to make everyone aware of what Goatsy really is.
Oh wow.
Like I'm like, oh, I gotta get rid of that image. Like, there's so many of these on fucking Yahoo. Like, I'm like, come on, my asshole was already reamed open earlier.
No comment.
No comment. I agree.
So
Okay, since Empire is finally back in with us, so we got a little carried away there. But I was telling my hat. Yeah. Almost felt like an random crap video, you know?
I need to be a part of these if this is the case.
Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about all the music I had downloaded last night. Like you mentioned you had like 100 and some songs on your
I had 147 on my Winamp at the time.
Yeah. And I got all my stuff stored on an external hard drive. This is between MP3 files, WMA files. Usually those appear when you rip audio CDs to your PC. So I got between oldies, hard rock, heavy metal, rap, pop, country, game soundtracks, movie soundtracks. I got over 40,000 songs.
Jeez.
Damn.
I added them up too. It was like I tried to do like properties on the folder and it wouldn't even read them all. So I had to go in. I had to open it up in Winamp.
I thought you said it read up like 64 gigabytes or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like 64 gigabytes, but it only read like 12,000 and some files. I'm like, no, I have a lot more than that. So I went through Winamp and I pulled everything up by category and I just added everything. Like the most I have is under hard rock, general rock, metal, heavy metal, new metal, anything in that folder. I have like 20 or 30,000. Yeah, it was like 20-some thousand songs amongst, you know, hard rock, heavy metal, and all that.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of songs.
I got so many. I got so many artists on here. Like, I could tell you about 75 to 80% of these artists I haven't even listened to any of their songs yet. Like, I completely forgot about Fight or Flight. And I'm looking on here, I was like, oh, I did download that album back in 2014. I have yet to listen to it.
There's probably music you didn't listen to that you're like, man, I wanted to catch up and listen.
On Spotify, I have 3,000 some songs itself.
Shit,
my whole flash drive, I have 800 and some songs.
I have 10,000.
Shit, Spotify doesn't have everything. Like, I look for like certain soundtracks or certain albums or songs. Like,
was it LimeWire or what was the other one that was
there was
Crosswire.
There was Kazaa.
Kazaa, that was the other one. Kazaa, LimeWire, Napster, and there was another one too.
BearShare.
But there's also one that had the barbed wire. What the fuck? Which one was that one?
I don't think I used that one. I was looking for like ones that look kind of trusted to me, because some of them look like they, you know, you download files and they would bring like spyware and viruses and shit. So I was always careful with that. But it's incredible that I started out with Napster back in middle school, and then of course I was on Napster for about, I think it was like 2 or 3 years. And then after the Metallica lawsuit against them, that's when Mission Impossible 2 came out. Yeah. And they released the soundtrack, and their song was on it. And right when the soundtrack, I think it was right before the soundtrack released, it leaked. They leaked the Metallica song and a lot of other ones on there. And Metallica found out about it. They say, who leaked this song? Who leaked this song? The album's not even out yet, and it was on the soundtrack. And then they caught wind that, you know, it leaked onto Napster and people were downloading it. So that's when the whole lawsuit went down. You know, everybody was hating Metallica for the whole thing. Like, at that time, I wasn't even into Metallica like some people were. I didn't get into them until, like, I want to say around junior, senior year. And that's when I got into them. And then, of course,
I got into Fuel and Reloaded, or Loaded and Reloaded, them albums.
95. Yeah, I think it was 95 and 96. I think.
And then also you had the Black Album, which was the ultimate album that everybody bought. If you didn't have that album, then you was pretty much a sore loser.
I have that on vinyl. I went out and got the vinyl after I got a record player. Oh my god!
You're welcome.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. He screamed it as he rammed that pickle in there.
Actually, that face could be both ends, honestly.
The hole on both ends about the same size, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Well, I'm not him screaming, but yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, if you ever heard him scream, like, yeah, that would definitely fit in there. Like, I used to call him a zucchini head. Everybody else called him eggplant.
Eggplant.
You know, as he screams, "No, you let me listen now," by shoving a cucumber up his ass.
I mean, why not? I mean, we're talking about somebody who live streamed taking a shit.
What?
I can't.
Yeah, that's actually a true statement.
Yeah, I think Empire was there for that one.
I am not going to even ask about this.
I forgot.
I'm trying to save that one off the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it's time for me to leave.
It's time for you to leave.
Gotta make dinner.
Oh, that's right. You gotta make and eat dinner. Okay, yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. You know, you're always welcome in here to share some thoughts and all.
No, yeah,
later, Cypher.
I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man. But yeah, fun little fact about reload and load. And I was telling a coworker about this because she was talking about album covers, different album covers that she likes, and I was like, "You want to see some interesting album covers and you want to read about them?" And I was like, "Look into Metallica," and she was like, "Oh, I don't like Metallica." I said, "I'm not asking you to listen to them." I said, "Look at their albums, Load and Reload. You will learn some very interesting history behind those two albums." And I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like, okay. Like, for anybody else who's they're probably like, oh, what is it? What is it? Well, the album covers, they needed an idea for it. So they took this plexiglass that you can look, that you use when you're looking under microscopes. Microscopes. And Load had, I think it was blood and semen in a plexiglass on, as it's looked under a microscope, and Reload had urine and blood in a plexiglass.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, they were pretty cool looking. For like the longest time, I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe it was some kind of fire. Like when you look at Reload and the way it looks, like, oh my god, that's some insane looking fire on there. And then Load is like, what the hell is that? And I come to find, that's semen. I was like, oh yeah, that's a million babies right there, swimming under a fucking microscope. Now I gotta put this out there. Like I'm a fan of Metallica. I love their material, and I'm probably gonna take some hate for this, but I actually liked Saint Anger. I'm not saying I loved it, but I liked Saint Anger.
I thought that album was alright. Wasn't the best.
Yeah.
It's not like the old one. Old ones are better.
It was okay. Favorite is the Black Album.
Yeah, the Black Album was the best.
Yeah, because everybody goes back and they're like, okay, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Injustice for All, Master of Puppets. They were all really good up until...
Now, if you really want to get into it, the Symphony album was one of the best.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I remember that came out. I had a copy of that, too. It was that, and then there was Garage Inc., like covers of all their old songs, and then a lot of cover songs on there, too.
But the Symphony album was probably one of the best besides the Black Album.
Oh, there was one song on there I liked. There's No
Master of Puppets was good too.
Yep. Yeah, No Leaf Clover. That was the song on SNL. That was like the biggest one that you would hear on radio sometimes. I remember playing that on Guitar Hero Metallica. That was a good one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just like they had another one. What the hell was it? They play it before every show. It was oh, what the hell's the name? I can't remember what the name of it. It had something to do with gold or something. And
they talk about, but I don't remember what the hell the song's called.
yeah, because it came out back in 07.
It's in the S&M one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let me see. I gotta look that up now. First thing I look up in Metallica, the first thing I see is Napster. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. That was an amazing album. I gotta hand it to, like, I like Death Magnetic, but everybody complained about Death Magnetic being, like, really loud. It was like,
yeah, that was more like a hardcore metal. That it wasn't like Metallica that we know.
Well, it's not just that, but it's like everybody complained about the way the audio was on the CD. Like, it was just too loud. It was like, holy shit, turn it down, you know. But yeah, that was straightforward. That was like, holy shit, you know, they're back. Actually, I'm reading it right here. The album received positive reviews, but its production was criticized as over-compressed and cited as a product of the loudness war.
Wow.
Yeah, because that one was loud, whereas Saint Anger had so many issues with it. Like, okay, how do you fucking...
Well, here's what I think about Saint Anger, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Saint Anger had that you did not feel the beat like you did with Reload and Reloaded, and Metallica, the Black Album, the Symphony. All of those right there had straight good beats to it. When you got to the Saint Anger CD and all that, your mind was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't the Metallica that you knew back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that's why I think when they stopped playing for a while, they lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Right after they stopped, they lost it. And I'm guaranteeing what they're trying to do is find back the rhythm that they used to have. That's what I'm thinking that is the problem.
Did you ever see their documentary, Some Kind of Monster?
Yes, I did see that. That was on Netflix a while back.
That's a good documentary. Like, I saw, like, you know, I was already into the band. Like, even a buddy of mine, he didn't like Metallica, but he seen the documentary, and he said, I have a lot of respect for them as musicians, as a band, because they went through a lot of shit when they were writing that album. Like, James, he went into rehab. You know, he was having issues with his drinking. Kirk said he was sober off of, I think he was drinking too, but he was also taking some kind of drug. I forgot what it was, but he was saying he was sober.
Same with the drummer. Most of them were all on something. They were either alcoholics and they had to clean themselves up.
Yeah.
I think the only one that wasn't was the drummer. I think he only had an alcohol problem.
Yeah.
That was about it.
And then Jason left the band in he left in either 98 or 2000. I forgot what it was. It might have been 98.
What album is this?
This is transitioning from Garage Inc. into Saint Anger. This is when Jason Newsted left.
Okay.
Yeah, because he left.
Jason left right after the MI2 album came out.
Yeah.
That was 99.
That's right, yeah. So let's see, departure from Metallica. Actually, January 17th. Okay, this was during the meeting of the members Metallica in January 2001. Newsted proposed that the band should take a long-year hiatus and that he would use his time to focus on his side project band, Echo Brain. When the other members rejected his proposals, he chose to quit. So Jason, I could see his point of view with that. Like, okay, let's take a year break, because a lot of bands do that. You know, you take a year vacation, you know, get yourselves together, do some stuff, and then come back. But they didn't want that, you know, and Jason wanted to focus on, you know, his side project. That's what he was wanting to do. He was wanting to take a break from Metallica so he can practices other things. And even James came out and said it. He didn't want Jason to be part of any of that. He wanted him to be part of Metallica. He figured, you know what, if you don't want, if you want to do that, you can't be a part of us. That kind of attitude. And that's where everything was falling apart. Like, there was all kind of conflicts within the band, James and Lars was going at it. Kirk was trying to, keep the peace. He was trying to be the better man in all this. All the stress was being put on James and Lars. Bob Rock, who was the director, producer, whatever of everything, he was even filling in for the bass. So it was a mixture of everything between conflicts within the band, the fact that Jason left and they didn't have a bassist for the band, and James was going into rehab. It was all of that, and they all felt like the whole band was breaking apart. Like, even Lars was doing some stuff too. He was, I think at the time, he was selling his art paintings because he was big into art. So he took up buying and selling art. Kirk spent a lot of his time surfing. He's a surfboarder, and they all pretty much did what they could. And then they came back in. They were trying to write some music, and then after James got out of rehab, and he told him, "I need a strict work schedule that I'm working. I can only work, I think, 4 hours a day or 6 hours a day, and I can only do that 5 days a week." And the band is like, "Well, how can we get work done if we're not in there just hammering it out?" It's like you gotta spend a whole lot of time if you want to get this album made. If you want to do things, we gotta spend more time doing this. But I think with him spending more time with his family, recuperating, and of course when they went to write Saint Anger, to a lot of people, Saint Anger wasn't the best album. But I think of it as like a letter to themselves and to fans everywhere to say, hey, we've been through a lot of shit. This is us taking our frustration out through music. And somebody who doesn't like the album could say, okay, it's just a bunch of noise. There you go. They were basically using this album to vent themselves, to vent their frustrations, and they got it out perfect. Like, the sound of like Lars' snare drum. I don't know what they thought about. What the hell is it? They fucking tuned his snare drum to where it was like dong dong dong. You might as well get a goddamn garbage can in there, And they couldn't have picked a better bassist too. Like Rob Trujillo, that dude's a monster. Like, he reminded them so much of Cliff Burton, the way he plays, the style he plays. Like, watching him on stage that's a treat within itself. So they got Rob in there. Dude played for Ozzy Osbourne and several other bands. He is a phenomenal bass player. And then And then after Saint Anger, they took a little break. Then they came out with Death Magnetic in 2008. That was a return for them. That was a really good album. That won several Grammys, I think they said it did. And then, of course, Hardwired to Self-Destruct came out back in 2016, 8 years later. And that album, holy shit, I couldn't believe how good that album was. And that was a double CD. Yeah, that was a double CD album too. That was 12 tracks. What's the longest song on their album? 7 minutes, 8. Okay, Halo on Fire. That's 8 minutes and 16 seconds. Damn. But yeah, I talk long enough. I'm gonna let you or Shadow. Like, I'm sorry, make Shadow sitting in the corner. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and listen and stuff. I'm like, Shadow.
Good, man.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about some of your favorite bands. Like, bring up some of your favorites and what you think of them.
Well, I mean, I'm more the 90s, 80s kind of old kind of thing. Some of my favorite bands are like Edema, Filter, Pitch Shifter, Garbage. I love Garbage.
Garbage,
that kind of thing.
Actually, I'm going to step away for a minute. I'm going to step away for a minute and take care of something. So I'm going to mute my mic so you guys can.
We got this.
All right.
Oh yeah, Garbage was so good back there in the '90s.
Man, there's a girl that I dated, man. I ain't lying either. And she had that red hair like Garbage. I was like, God damn.
Oh man, oh, God, I used to have such a big crush on Shirley too. I mean, that one video she did. Oh, what's the song? I'm only happy when it rains. That song. Oh,
No. Paranoid's the one you're thinking of, I think.
no, the video, the one she did, or the one she did with I'm only happy when it rains. That song.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, the video. She just looked amazing in that video. It's just
Yeah,
incredible. Oh man, Paranoid was pretty good too. I did like that song. There was a lot of songs I liked by her. Yeah, and then of course Butch Vig and all that. He was someone that
Gwen Stefani back in 2002, of course. Everybody did over that shit.
Gwen Stefani.
I mean, hey,
No
man,
doubt.
She was my age. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'll give her that. She had a good thing go. She looked pretty nice. I mean, but then again, a lot of '90s girls. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I had a crush on one of the Spice Girls in the '90s. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Which one was it? Was the girl with the black skirt and shit? What's her name? I don't know.
If you want to be my lover.
Yeah.
I had a crush on Baby Spice. I can't help it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, I want to bang them all, man.
I still do.
I like the one that was the ginger, and plus the one that looked like she was an undercover agent.
Oh God!
Let's see.
Yeah, Victoria was one because she's the one that married David Beckham.
Is that the soccer player?
Let's see. You got Victoria Beckham. She was posh. You have Melanie Brown, Mel B. She was Scary Spice. I think she was the one that was married to Eddie Murphy.
She was?
Yeah,
I actually didn't know that. Huh.
Let me see. Partners. Yeah, she was married to Eddie Murphy back in 2006. I guess he divorced in 2007.
You are such a disgrace. You lucky bastard.
Man, you tainted that pussy, man. Why? What's wrong with you? Emma Bunton, she was Baby Spice.
Yes, Emma was.
Is that the blonde? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the blonde.
Emma Bunton is blonde.
She's 43. Only 10 years older. Age is just a number.
Oh, I've seen her recently. She still looks really good.
She does, from what I see. Let's see. Mel C.
I think that's Mel C.
Yeah, Sporty Spice. That is she's the brunette. Oh, she's 45. I guess she's the oldest.
Wow.
And then you got
Ginger
Jerry. Spice. Jerry is 40. Oh, she's 46.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I think Jerry's your oldest, I believe.
Let's see. Spouse. She married in 2015. Damn. Why?
Since we're talking about female bands, there's actually another band out there that I liked. I gotta remember their name.
Nelly Furtado, I would say, is a good. If you listen to
I listen to some of that. Yeah.
With Promiscuous, man, she actually rocked them hot thighs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I shit you not. But she has a good singing voice. I'm like, hot damn. I mean, I
like the Riff Mints.
Video.
You say Evanescence?
No, Riff Mints.
Breath Mints.
Hey, Riff Mints. You never
Eurythmics? What they had that song. Is that the band? The Eurythmics?
Yeah.
No. Oh my gosh. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Yes.
Yeah, Female Marilyn Manson.
The guy that also the guy that actually played with that one, the Arithmetics, actually played with Tom Petty in Heartbreakers in one of the videos.
Oh, nice.
That guy there,
mm-hmm.
He was in the video of Great Minds or whatever the hell that one song was, are made of these.
Yeah.
Actually, that Tom Petty video.
Okay.
And Tom Petty, man, I miss Tom Petty. He made some great fucking songs.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, a lot of people tried saying he was too overrated. I'm like, no, he was a good artist.
Okay, that's what I remember. There's another female band out here. The one I think the singer, she's married to the one guy from Black Sabbath.
Art.
No, Drain STH. They were a pretty good Swedish woman.
I was gonna say I was getting ready to play Jeopardy theme for a second there.
No, the one singer of that band, she's married to Tommy from Black Sabbath.
Oh, Tommy, Tommy Iommi.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting dementia or something. I keep forgetting these names. I'm like,
but if you guys like female rock and stuff like that, check that band out. They're a '90s band too, and they're incredible.
But you know, also another great band that made the hits in the U.S. was Rammstein. That you do not really hear anymore, but Rammstein was a big hit with their first CD.
Du hast mich.
Du hast mich.
Yep. And it's very rare to, well, I wouldn't say it's very rare to find, but they do have English versions of those songs. I think you can find them on YouTube.
You can find them on YouTube, but the thing is that you very rarely can find their CDs since they're a German band, and they actually did pretty fucking good.
They actually have a new album coming out this year.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they just finished mixing it and producing it. So, yeah, they're getting ready to release it sometime, I think, in the summer or the fall. Let me see.
Are they the ones that did the Freaking Unleashed remix?
Freaking Unleashed?
Yeah, but there was a remake of it, which I actually liked better.
Yeah, it was Korn and Rammstein.
Okay. I like that version better than the original.
Okay, right now it's not on their discography, but
that's one thing you haven't heard in a while too is Korn.
Actually, their last album was
Serenity of Silence. Suffering.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. Because
Head insane.
Untouchables was the last one I thought.
Because Jonathan Davis made an album called The Lambeth.
Yeah, he did his first solo album, and it was right after the Serenity of Suffering. That came out in 2016.
No, that's not his first solo album. His first solo album is Alone I Play.
Huh, let me see. Where is it? Where the hell is he at here? Jonathan Davis.
Remember, he was also doing stuff with the SFA orchestra.
Actually, hold on. Solo album, Black Labyrinth, 2018. That's his debut. So that's his only one.
What about Alone I Play? So did they not count that?
Alone I Play is Jonathan Davis and the SFA, whatever the hell that is.
And there's the orchestra. They okay, never mind. Never mind. I messed up. Okay, never mind.
Well,
yeah,
I think didn't he play with us, Elliptica, or whatever the symphony band?
Possibly Elliptica. No, it was Gavin Rossdale for Bush. And
it was Gavin Rossdale. 3 Days Grace.
From 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, Adam Grontier. Yeah.
I mean, that was a hell of a good CD too, with 3 Day Grace singer on that. I mean,
oh yeah, because they don't. And a fun fact with Apocalyptica, I read they don't play any guitars in their music whatsoever. You got drums, you got the cellos, the bass. It's like there's no guitars in there. It sounds authentic though. It sounds like they're playing the guitars, and a lot of it is.
A lot of bands play with them now.
Yeah,
that's why.
And they give it a really unique sound. Like some bands still play with like keyboards. Just like look at Korn. Jonathan Davis plays the bagpipes. That was a unique. That was something.
Shoots and Ladders.
Well, yeah. There was Shoots and Ladders. There was a few he played. He actually. There was actually a skit or a song on Issues where he was playing it too. I think it's
For You.
Yeah, For You. That's what it was. Because that came before Beg for Me.
Hey, Mike, back in high school, I religiously listened to them, so yeah.
See, I didn't get into them until after high school, because I didn't know too much about them. Like, I didn't know what kind of band they were.
I got into Korn around like 7th grade, the 8th grade. That's what I heard about them.
Yeah. Because I heard about them around the same time. Yeah, because, you're a year or two older than me, so I was in, let's see, my 8th grade year would have probably been your 10th grade year, I think. Your 9th or 10th grade year. I remember hearing about Issues, which came out in '99. Because I remember I had a PC magazine, and I saw the ad in there for Issues, and I was like, Korn, okay. Because I kept hearing about this band, Korn. Who the hell said that?
What?
I hear some random voice in the background. It was like, Korn!
That ain't me.
That wasn't me.
Not me.
But yeah, that was
I have background music going on as Metallica.
Oh, okay. But I
My
remember...
baby demon in here. Demon, get away.
But yeah, I was downloading their music in high school. Because that's when my buddy, he was getting me into a lot of shit. You know, he's getting me into like Korn, Metallica, Limp Bizkit, and all. And the first album I bought from Korn was Issues. That was like... That was my favorite album right there, was Issues.
I've heard a lot of things about Jonathan Davis was actually Limp Bizkit's, the lead singer of Limp Bizkit's cousin or something like that. I don't know if that was true or not.
I don't think it was. I know they did a couple songs together. One of them was All in the Family. They did that.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything about family. The only person I know that's related to him in music would be the guy from Edema.
Yeah,
and also, oh shoot, Flymore. It's a group. Sounds just like Jonathan Davis, but it's his stepbrother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard Flymore. Yeah.
Two brothers.
See,
I know Jonathan Davis was going through like a divorce and some shit because of well, actually his ex-wife just died.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, she passed away.
Drug overdose, supposedly.
Yeah, it was the last 3 years or so. Yeah, he was married twice. Let's see. They had a kid. They had a son, Nathan. He was born in '95. They divorced in 2000. A decade later, after Korn's first album, let's see, yeah, October 10th, 2004, he married in Hawaii, this time to a former porn star, Devin Davis.
That was her. That was the one that died.
Yeah, her son, her second, well, his second child, Pirate. Yeah, he was born 2005. His third son, Zeppelin Davis. Those are some unique names, Pirate and Zeppelin.
So you know what's funny though? You know what's funny though? You have Rob Zombie that's been kicking it for years.
Oh God,
Still going at it.
I would love to see. There's still some bands I would love to see. I want to see anything with Corey Taylor. I don't care. Slipknot, Stone Sour. I want to see Corey Taylor, and of course, I want to see Rob Zombie. I would love to see
Korn.
Korn. I would not mind seeing Korn at all. Yeah, I love Korn. I love the sound and all. Like, I would definitely go to a concert. I've seen them live. Like the last live event I saw them on DVD was CBGB's before they closed.
I wanted to see Linkin Park, but I can't do that now, or Evanescence.
Well, you can still see Linkin Park. I think they're still touring.
Yeah, but it won't be the same.
I think
it won't be the same.
Yeah.
Is it Bad Wolf that's out there now with the Cranberry song?
Yeah.
It's Bad Wolf. Yeah, I heard they were really good in concert.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, the Cranberries, didn't the singer die from there, I think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Dolores died of either last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2017.
Oh, 2017. Okay.
So,
That was
1/15/2017.
That took me by surprise.
Dolores Mary Eileen O'Riordan. She died January 15th, 2018.
Oh, it was last year.
Yep, she died at age 46. Cause of death, accidental drowning due to alcohol intoxication.
Oh, that's how she died. Because last time I heard, they didn't know how she died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like a few months after that it came out. The autopsy report came out. Ever what happened to her?
Do you know if Evanescence is coming out with anything else, or they're even coming back?
Let me see.
I think the best evidence.
I heard a rumor that she's got a new album coming out. I don't know how true that is, but
I'll let you know in a second.
I basically took it as a grain of salt and didn't care.
Let's see. Synthesis was the fourth studio album that came out November 10th, 2017. But that looked
Can
like
I give
it
you a
was...
fun fact about Evanescence? Origins, their very first album in 1993 or 92. You knew Fallen is all their remixes, and Origins is the original songs to like Bring Me to Life, Haunted, and all that. If you listen to Origins, everything on Fallen album is remixed, and the Origins is the original stuff.
I would believe it. Yeah, because even though it's not on their Wikipedia, I know they don't put anything on their Wikipedia in full. Well, actually, let me click this here. Hold on. They had live albums. Origin, here we go. Demo Origin released in 2000.
2000? Why did I say 93? Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, it's in 2000. It had Origin. Yeah, the Origin version. Stuff. Yeah, it had Imaginary, My Immortal, Where Will You Go, Lies, Away From Me. Yeah, that's true, because even Seether did the same thing. They did Disclaimer. And
Seether's still got one.
Actually, there's something I gotta look up on Seether too, and I read about this. I don't know if you guys read about it too. Their original stuff, when they first hit the scene, they were over in they were from South Africa, and their original band name was Sarin Gas, and they released a album called Fragile, and that came out in 2000. And they had to change their name. What the hell was the reason they changed the name? Sarin Gas. Yeah, they formed in May '99 under Sarin Gas. Of course, consisting of the members at the time. They released Fragile. Despite the the regions focused primarily on pop and indigenous music, the band found success and eventually caught the attention of American record label Wind Up Records, who signed them on. Upon signing upon the label, they were told that they needed to change their name due to its similarity to sarin gas, which was, I guess, an actual toxin, but it was spelled differently.
Well, of course, Spotify don't have Fragile.
So
I didn't know they released an album under that name.
Actually, if I look it up, and I have my music folder up here, I have everything Seether. Where the fuck is my Seether folder? I have it. I actually have the album Sarin Gas. I downloaded it.
Hey, Mike, look up and see how old Garbage is right now.
Oh, okay. I'll check that in a minute. Yeah.
Because me and
Shadow
was talking about. Yeah, Shadow was talking about her.
Okay, I'll check that out in a minute. Yeah.
From what I understand so far, they did celebrate their 20th anniversary.
Yep.
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I'll definitely look that up in a second. But yeah, Seether, they changed their name after the Veruca Salt song? What the hell, Veruca Salt song?
Veruca Salt. I remember
Veruca Salt. Oh, okay, they changed their name to Seether after one of their songs. But yeah,
Seether.
I have their album. I downloaded it.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Sister 19 Pig and all that. That's on Disclaimer too.
Yep, I'm looking right at it. I have Sarin Gas. They had a lot of their songs, 69T, Driven Under, Fine Again, Gasoline, Pig, Pride, Tied My Hands, Your Bore. Those songs, they moved over to Disclaimer. And then, of course, Disclaimer 2 came out. It's not really a remix, but I guess, I forgot what they said that was, but Disclaimer 2...
It's got Broken with Amy Lane.
Yep, it has both versions of Broken on it. Now, for Garbage...
I never knew this.
Let's see. Garbage Band, American rock band. What was her name?
Shirley Manson.
Shirley Manson. She is 52 years old.
Oh, damn. She's out of my range.
Age
she still doesn't look bad for her 50s, though.
Age is only a number.
Oh, it's on Spotify. Yes.
Oh, here's a fun fact. In 2006, Manson began to write and record solo material after Garbage was put on hiatus. And in 2008, she was cast in her first professional acting role on the second and final season of Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles, as a series regular Catherine Weaver, a liquid metal T-1001 Terminator. Interesting. And I never paid attention to the series.
We got to look that up now, Shadow.
There you go.
There you go, man.
They said the second and final season. I guess that means what? The second and third season? I don't know how many seasons that show went on for.
I think when they say second and final, I think it's the second, but it's also the final season. I think that's how they say there's things.
Let me look at that. Yeah, the second season is the final. They only had like 31 episodes, so yeah, second season is the final season. So yeah,
Salvation was really good. That's one of my favorite movies with Alice in Chains in the background.
Well, actually, they used one of Garbage's songs for the trailer of.
Repeat that, man. You cut out there for a minute.
Oh, sorry, I went too far from my mic. They for one of the themes of Metal Gear Solid 5, they used Garbage's one song for that trailer.
Well,
I think I remember
that too. I think also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not your kind of people. It was from that one album.
Well, let's see. Her acting roles. She was she first starred in what is this? Monster Beach Party. Came out in '86. The role in it was an unfinished project. Footage archived on Showreel. Of course, she was in Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles. She was in 17 episodes. Guitar Hero 5, she was herself in there. Pancake Mountain, Around the World was one aired episode.
Butter.
It's called Pancake Mountain, Around the World with Shirley Manson. She was in something called Knife Fight and Top Wing. Knife Fight is a 2012 American political thriller starring Rob Lowe, Carrie-Anne Moss, Jamie Chung, And Top Wing is a Canadian computer animated TV series.
Oh wow.
I don't think you want her, man. Apparently she married to Scottish artist Eddie Farrell. All right, hold on. She was married from 96 to 2003. In 2008, she became engaged to record producer and garbage sound engineer Billy Bush. They were married May 2010.
Or whatever.
Billy Bush? Are you talking about Billy Bush or?
Oh.
Oh,
she's a feminist.
When you watch one of her music videos, it looks like she was like hanging around that Guitarist Guy a lot. Not the Guitarist Guy, but the...
I don't know. I don't think she's in your league, man. She's an atheist.
No, but I'm saying that she was like, you could tell that there's like a relationship with one of the band members. I was like, wow. I was like, she looks like she's, with somebody on that.
Well, it does say she married Billy Bush, who was their producer and the sound engineer.
Oh.
They married in May 2010. Manson is an atheist, but has long been interested in spirituality. She recalled, when I was very small, I was very besotted with the church. Absolutely, I love the theater of it, and I got very involved with all the stories we were taught. When she was about 12, she had an argument with her father at the dinner table, screaming at him that religion's a sham, and I'm not going to church anymore, it's just bullshit. She stopped going to church, but continued to have theological debates with him every Sunday. Manson became disenchanted with organized religion, and although she maintained an interest in spirituality, she complained that she brushed up against too many examples of hypocritical spiritualists. And she is also, like Shadow said, she identifies as a feminist.
She's not interesting no more.
It's like, you're just garbage.
Well, remember the one guy from the band was also the producer of Nirvana's one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Nirvana only had three people, which was Nirvana himself, Kurt Cobain, Dave Groth, and whoever the bass guitarist was. I forgot who the hell he was.
They had 6 of them.
No, there was 3 members in Nirvana.
Yeah, there's 3 members in Nirvana.
No. They had 6 before Dave came along. They actually had, including him, they actually had 6.
Okay, let me look.
Before he became the permanent member.
Nirvana is Buddhism? I don't know.
Oh, well, speaking of Nirvana, Kurt Cobain's birthday was the other day.
Oh, that's right. And you know what? You are right about that. Former members, there were actually 5 former members. Well, of course, Kurt Cobain is a former member, but they had Aaron Buckard. He was drums. Dale Crover, he was drums. Dave Foster, drums. Chad Channing, drums. Jason Everman, guitar. Session musicians, Mark Pickerel, he was drums. Dan Peters was drums in '90. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. There's 6
drummers did they go through? Oh my God!
They went through 6 drummers.
They went through a good bit before they finally got the keeping Dave.
Yep, Dave Grohl was the best. Dave Grohl, he's a very talented guy.
Yes,
yeah, he does have. He's very gifted. I mean, honest to God. I mean, he donates like I don't know if y'all seen that on Facebook. It got about Dave just donating a guitar to a little kid because he played Metallica.
I saw that. You know, why is it I feel like they've released more albums? I thought they released more than 3 albums, but they only had 3 albums. Bleach, Nevermind.
They put all the music in the one, so.
Well, they did have the unplugged one. That's right. They did have an unplugged version.
They had 4. Because the very final ones where they had all the songs like "Rape Me," and a couple other ones.
Let's see, "Rape Me," "Heart Shaped Box," "Dumb,"
all that.
Yeah, that's
Same thing with STP. STP had 3.
Yeah,
and then he had another project, Velvet Revolver, and then he had another one, Anarchy, Sounds of Anarchy. I mean, you had like a lot of these guys do background projects that they don't.
Sure.
Actually, let me look that up real quick. Scott. Let me look at. I'll find it under Scott Stapp because he is in that band now too. Let's see.
Yeah, but you're not been out of that band anymore, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
let's see. It's Art of Anarchy. Art of Anarchy.
Mayhem Madness.
Yep.
That's a good song.
2016, Scott Stapp announced that he will replace Scott Weiland as the lead singer. His first singer was The Madness. Well, his first single with the band is The Madness. That was the band's released their second album and the first. Yeah, that was their second album for that band, and that's when Scott stepped in. Scott Weiland did the first album with them, and of course,
the first one was pretty good. That one song you can find on YouTube. Oh shit, I forgot what the lyric is. But it was a really good song with Scott Weiland in it.
That's right. He died December 3rd, 2015. Okay.
You could tell though when you watch the one video of Scott Weiland in there that he was ill. He was ill just the way how you can look at him.
Well, there's actually an interesting story about that because the lead singer of Filter, Richard Patrick, he said something about Scott, like him getting sick and all that, and he was going to wind up dying if he kept going the way he went. And he got a lot of, a lot of people got on him for saying that, and in a few months, dying anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody would listen to him. So.
And I liked his stage presence too. Like he had a remarkable amount of energy when it came to, his live performances, or if it was a music video, especially with Velvet Revolver. Like, I know a few people who didn't like Velvet Revolver. I love the band. You gotta think, STP with Guns N' Roses, like that's a good sound.
The thing about it with Scott Weiland and Velvet Revolver, you could tell he was on something. Mm-hmm. You could tell
he was on something for so long.
Yeah, he was on. He was in the heavy drug.
Wasn't he kicked out of Velvet too?
Yeah, he was kicked out a couple times.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And he was kicked out of STP also because of drug use. But when you look at him, Art of Anarchy, he looks normal.
Yeah.
Like you can still see that the after effects, but he was deteriorating by the way how he was moving. How he used to move on the other albums that you saw compared to. We watched Art of Anarchy, and you could tell the difference of he's not moving as he used to, so something's obviously wrong.
I think he was trying to clean up his act around then, but it was too late. It had already taken its toll on his body.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the wake of Weiland's death, several artists have paid tribute to the singer by covering STP tunes in concert, including "Life of Agony." Saint Asania, which is now Adam Grantier's band, ever since he left 3 Days Grace. What is this? Humphreys McGee. I never heard of that band. Humphreys
Interesting
McGee.
name. Very interesting name.
They were formed in Indiana. Oh, they were formed in 97. Of course, I heard of Candlebox. Hailstorm, Pop Evil. And of course, ironically, Chris Cornell dedicated a performance of Say Hello to Heaven by Temple of the Dog. And then, of course, 2 years later, Chris Cornell took his life. And then after that, that's when Chester...
That sucks. When we lost Chris, that really sucked.
And I think that put a toll on Chester, too. Like, they were best friends. Like, you know, he loved the guy.
So the dude from Alter Bridge? No, not Alter Bridge. Freaking.
Linkin Park. Chester from Linkin Park. Or are you talking about Chris Cornell?
Yeah, what band was he in?
Soundgarden and Audioslave.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I couldn't figure out the name.
Yeah, it sucks too because they were thinking about doing another Temple of the Dog album too at some point.
Yep. It said around 12:15 a.m., May 18th, 2017, Cornell was found unconscious by his bodyguard in the bathroom in a hotel room at the MGM Grand in Detroit after performing at a show with Soundgarden. He was lying on the floor with an exercise band around his neck and blood in his mouth. I mean, I don't know. I forgot if they said that if he had any drugs in him or something.
I don't know, but that sounded drug related. But I tell
you,
what,
it was suicide though.
Yeah.
I like another band I like is Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, it's a good band right there.
Yeah.
Very good band.
Yeah, Ivan. I love Ivan. Ivan Moody, that's what his name was.
How old is that guy? Can you look that up, Mike?
He was born in 75, so I would say he's, 40? No, he's 40. I want to say he's going to be 44.
Wow.
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't even
born.
look like 44. He looks like he's in his late 30s.
And I tell a lot of people, like, this was fun. When we went to see Godsmack and them in Jiffy Lube last year, we were standing in line waiting to get in, and you know, me and Bane were sitting there talking to these random people, you know, just talking about bands and shit. You know, we were having fun, you know, just talking to these other random people, and there was this one guy 2 gates over who was talking about Five Finger Death Punch, and this dude went to school with Bane and I didn't recognize him, but Bane knew who it was, and I was like, I got a little trivia for you, and you probably won't even guess. You probably won't even get the name. You probably won't even get the answer right. And it's like, okay. I was like, okay. I love Five Finger Death Punch myself, but do you remember the first band that Ivan Moody was in? And he couldn't fit. He didn't know because he said he knew everything about Five Finger Death Punch. I was like, okay, what was the first band that Ivan Moody was in? And he couldn't give me an answer. I said, Motigrator. He was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Yeah, Motigrator." He was the singer for Motigrator. They were one of the bands that came out when the whole craze with the theatrics took place with bands like Mushroom Head, Slipknot, you know, wearing the costumes and the makeup and shit. This Motigrator was one of those bands, and plus they had this great big instrument.
I'm going to charge my phone. I'm gonna have to go. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll chat with you another time, man.
See you, Wolf.
Bye.
Everybody.
But yeah, they had this big instrument, and you could see it in their music videos. It had one very thick bass string attached to it, and they called it a Motigrator. And the guy who was operating that, like, you know, he used it kind of like a bass. He would like finger it in certain spots to get different tones, and he would whack some kind of stick on it, you know, to get that beat. So it gave it that. I know. I walked right into that. Now, holy shit! Looking at the list of members they had in this band on the timeline, oh god, do I even feel like counting this? Holy shit.
No, I wouldn't. Just give us the number.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 20... I want to say close to 40 people had a role in this band between... When the hell did this band come out? 1995 all the way up to present.
Mm.
And right now they got this guy named Michael Angel Woodruff. He is the lead vocals right now. He is the lead vocalist right now. So Ivan Moody, he only did one album with them, and that was, of course, Motigrator. That had there's an interesting thing with this album, and all right, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and I'm gonna post it in the Discord if this thing would let me load it up. There we go.
That'd be nice to look at something different than ass cake.
Okay, so look at the listing. This is the track listing. It's saying there's 22 songs on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, every other track lasts anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. And then, of course, you got the actual track itself. So if you look at each title, it's like you could tell there's something odd about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, somebody's on some crack.
No, look at the ones that are spelled weird.
I see it.
Yeah.
They're backwards.
Yep.
From the one after it. Okay.
So it's like the second song is called Suffocate, and the first track is basically Suffocate backwards.
Atticoffice.
Yep. And of course you got N-Wad and then down.
That's such a good song though, Suffocate. I love that song.
Yeah, you know where that what that song was used in, right?
No, I actually didn't hear about it until you got me into it.
Yeah, it was they even did a music video for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Okay.
Yep, that's where I first heard that song. I like that too because it opened up with the scene. The music video opened up with the scene with the girl in the back of the van. She's like, "We're all gonna die," and it was like, "Doom, doom, doom." It's like, damn.
Damn.
Still though, I mean, I think that's a pretty cool way of doing the album.
Oh yeah, that was very interesting. And then their second album, I can't even pull up the discography for that, but that came out in 2017. They got a completely different singer. I have the album, but I'm not too. It's like I'm not too into the new singer and the way the band sounds now. Like I'm so used to how they used to sound. Like Ivan Moody, he gave that particular growl to the band, whether it was Motigrator. He was also in another band too. Hold on. Let me go back to Ivan Moody. He was in a band Ghost Machine. I think I have some of their songs too. Yeah, they formed in 2005. It was a 5-piece music band. Let's see. Also known for featuring 2 members from Motigrator, Ivan Moody and the drummer Crispy Benz. And then you got John Stevens from the Clay People. I never heard of the Clay People. I'm going to look them up. They had 2 albums released back. Yeah, it was one released in 05, one released in 06. I think I have them, but I haven't listened to them yet. Which means I'm gonna have to go back and see if I got them and listen to them. And then of course he formed Five Finger Death Punch, and of course they're still around today. Like they've been having a lot of turmoil within the band over the last 3 or 4 years, but they're still kicking. Like their last album, Injustice for None. That one, yeah, I can't remember that being very heavy. But I didn't listen to the whole album. I think my favorite song off of there was Champagne.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And then Black on Black, Blue on Black,
Yep.
Down by the River. Da, da, da.
And then there was the album before that, Got Your Six, that had Jekyll and Hyde. I'm like, God damn, that is like one song you have to play from those Jekyll and Hyde. And then they had the double album too. The double album came out in 13, which was The Wrong Side of Heaven and The Righteous Side of Hell. It was like Volume 1, Volume 2. Yeah.
That's the album I know by him.
Yeah. I loved their cover of Mama Said Knock You Out. They had Tech 9 in there singing.
Nice.
Because let's see, that album had Lift Me Up. It opened up with Lift Me Up, and they had Rob Halford from Judas Priest in there. Anywhere But Here, featuring Maria Brink. Where is she from?
I know.
The In This Moment. Okay.
Yes, that's. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty hot for 41 years old.
Uh-oh.
Well, she used to date a wrestler that's on Raw.
Let's see. Let's see. She left. Let's see. When Maria was left with a mother who was heavily addicted to drugs. Okay, her father disappeared when she was young. Her mom was heavily addicted to drugs, and as a result of severe depression, she drifted into rebellious behavior. She became pregnant at 14 and lived alone with her son, Davian, working in a laundromat to pay the rent. Her firstly threw herself into helping her mother overcome her drug habit, with that accomplished and local band projects coming to nothing. In 2002, she made a big decision to drive 2,500 miles to Los Angeles. For 2 years, she worked in stores and sang in coffee shops and bars, sustaining herself through the dark times by having Believe and other empowering statements tattooed on her hands and arms. She is a vegan and is an active member in the PETA campaign. Oh, Christ.
No, for God's sakes.
Doesn't even say when she really joined the band, but yeah, that is. It can be sad when you read about a lot of these artists on where they come from. Like everybody starts out in some dark place. Yep.
There you go, bud.
Some dark place, and they rise to fame, and they pull themselves out, and that's all you gotta do. It's like you can't give up. Like if you're in a dark place, you can't give up. You gotta keep pushing yourself to get up out of there, and that's what a lot of these artists do, and then they become so successful. And then of course, like we were talking about Nirvana earlier, Fat Squatch is watching you. I just now saw that. I'm sorry, Cypher. I'm over here reading something. I just now saw that. Fat Squatch is watching you. I'm surprised Twitch didn't flag that.
No, but don't flag that on. Don't let the sun go down on me by George Michaels and fucking Elton John. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, George Michael go down on me.
That's your business, Mike. I'll let that.
I understand George Michael was gay, but I don't think he ever went down on me.
Yeah, man.
It is you. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wolf, I'm not too sure of, but
Wolf, he would be going down on him.
They even got Joe too flagged.
Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, because I was telling Joe about it. He did it too, and it did the exact same thing. I was like, yep, I sold you. But yeah, when we were talking about Nirvana earlier, of course, like you got a lot of people who come from a dark place, they pull themselves from it, and they put themselves in the spotlight, and some of it's some of the best of their career. But Kurt Cobain, yeah, he didn't even like the fame. He didn't want the fame.
No, he didn't.
But Courtney Love did, man. She got all that fame, and she was on fucking crack like no tomorrow, man.
Well,
have you seen,
there is still people out there that think she's the one that killed him.
Yeah, well, if you watched, there used to be some series on Netflix about Courtney and Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a little biography about it, where she hired a PI, and the PI found them. And so,
God damn, she's 54 years old.
Yeah, probably ugly as fuck too. But from what this movie showed, it showed the PI found the guy. But there's been so many different stories about it.
Yeah,
there have.
Let's see, because I'm looking at her thing right now. Let's see. That's 95. Beginnings of Hole. I listened to a few things from Hole.
Hole was okay.
Yeah. Live and then Breakthrough. What the hell is the Breakthrough? Let's see. Oh, that's just talking about her music career. Artistry, performance, She's a philanthropist. Whatever the fuck.
Philanthropist.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can't fucking announce words tonight.
It's a mouthful for him.
She was also been noted as a gay icon since the mid-1990s.
Actually, I think that might be true. I think, because if I remember correctly, there was another member of Hole that was also gay.
Yeah, and then she also jokingly referred to her fan base as consisting of females, gay guys, and a few advanced, evolved heterosexual men. How the hell are you evolved? Do I got like 3 feet or some shit? I don't know.
I know her daughter doesn't want anything to do with her.
Nah, especially after the flack that she keeps getting, you know, like people keep saying you killed your husband, you killed Kurt, you killed that little girl's dad.
Well, I think she actually believes it.
I believe so, yeah, because it was so strong. It was like, you know, it's almost like what kind of evidence is out there that actually shows and proves it. Like, we don't know a whole lot. Like, you know, there's a lot of skepticism, you know.
Well, I read somewhere once they did some kind of investigation like that, and she did everything possible she could to block it, or she wouldn't help or something like that.
Yeah.
And it brought up a lot of, you know, like she was guilty of something.
She was dubbed as the Kinder Whore by critics and media. What is a Kinder Whore? Clothing style used by a handful of mostly female grunge bands. Okay.
Okay then.
Whatever you say. Oh, that's the band I was thinking of earlier. The Vinyls. I was thinking of them because they're the one singer. She died.
Chrissy.
Yeah, Chrissy. Chrissy
Hind.
Chrissy Amphlett. Chrissy Amphlett. Yeah, Chrissy Amphlett. She died in 2013.
I'm thinking of the wrong person.
She was the main singer of the Divinyls. Let's see. She died after a long battle with breast cancer due to multiple sclerosis that she concurrently suffered from. She reported that she was unable to receive radiation treatment of chemotherapy as treatment. I was thinking about that too, because we were talking about what band was it where the lead singer was female and she died or something. I forgot who that was. It was somebody who died last year. Who the fuck was it? We were talking about it earlier. Who the fuck was that?
Oh,
how far back do I have to go here?
Pretty far back.
Oh, let's see. There's Garbage.
No, it wasn't Garbage.
It was Dolores O'Riordan.
Oh,
from
yeah,
Cranberries.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I forgot we talked about them.
Yeah, because she died last January, and I was thinking about the other girl, and I couldn't think of who it was, and then I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, the Vinyls. What the hell? They had that one song, "I Touch Myself."
I hear that song every day. It annoys me. I kid you not. I hear it every day.
Especially if you watch Austin Powers all the time, too.
I just watch the 90s Music Choice channel, and they always play it.
Oh, there you go. They also had another song called "Love Is a Drug." They played that in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah. That's where Mario was dancing with Big Bertha and the fucking the club and shit. And it's like, this movie's supposed to be child friendly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Bob Hoskins who's reaching in with his teeth at her fucking breasts. He's like, he's pulling something out of them titties, kiddies.
It's like the food movie or whatever the hell they made that was supposed to be MA or some shit, and it was supposed to be a kid's movie, but it turned out to be a fucking adult movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking food.
I know what you're talking about. Sausage Party.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a fucking kids movie, and it's a fucking rated R fucking movie.
I wonder how many parents took their kids to that.
I'm curiosity myself, man.
They probably left. I don't know. They probably left as soon as they said fuck, or they left right when the orgy scene came in the end.
See, I thought it was a kids movie too for the longest time, and then I heard one day it wasn't.
See, I knew it wasn't a kiddie movie because I saw the Red Band trailer for it, and I was like, yeah, this ain't no fucking kiddie movie.
Mommy, Daddy, I want to go see this. No.
Well, it was called Sausage Party, so that was my first hint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just a damn dead giveaway. If any of y'all knuckleheads didn't know who the hell what that is all about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's see. Swinging back to Kurt Cobain real quick, since I got this up. During the last years of his life, he struggled with heroin addiction and chronic health problems such as depression. He also struggled with personal and professional pressures of fame and his marriage to Courtney Love. April 8th, 94. Yeah. They must have been having some heavy arguing or something going on. That's probably what.
Courtney was a little jealous, little hooch. We all know that.
Yeah, you know, he had all this fame, and of course, Hole was formed. When the hell was Hole formed? Oh Christ! Now here we go. Let's see. They were formed back in. Oh, they were formed in '89. Okay, so they were formed in '89, but their album didn't come out till '91. So Nirvana was already a thing, of course, and then Hole came into play. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they were, you know, around the same time. So I guess with them both, you know, doing their own thing with two different bands, and of course, I'm pretty sure they had their big fights and arguments, you know, like every married couple has. Yeah, he was found dead April 8th, 94 in his home. He was found by an electrician who had come to install a home security system.
Wow, I never knew that.
So I heard different stories of who found Hill.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of the PI investigator, and you just said electrician, but I heard it was a PI investigator.
Huh.
Courtney Love.
It was concluded that Kurt Cobain, yeah, he died on April 5th at the age of 27 from a self-inflicted shotgun wound to the head. Now, I know Wolf told me...
Question, too.
Yeah, Wolf told me one night, he said, depending on how long the shotgun was, like, he couldn't reach down. I was like, well, that's a theory, but it's a possibility. Like, you know, he could put the barrel in his mouth, but the range of the gun, like... Okay,
it wouldn't have add up.
Yeah,
it would not have add up.
Like if they didn't see anything else laying next to the gun, like something to extend down, like if his arm wasn't long enough to reach the trigger, he could have used something to pull the trigger with. But you know, if they didn't find anything else that showed that okay, he did it himself, he just had a shotgun. So I was like, okay, your typical we're talking about like we don't know what type of shotgun it was. Like,
they never released that?
Let's see.
What gun it was?
Let's see. Type of shotgun Kurt Cobain used. What kind of shotgun was that? Okay, it was a Stan Baker's... Oh, that's the name of the store. So, I don't know what this gun is. Oh, it's a Remington Model 11 shotgun, 20 gauge.
How big is that?
I'm getting ready to clip it. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna clip it and put it in here.
The bigger the like if you say 12 gauge, it has more oomph to it, but 20 gauge, not that much.
Yeah, that's the gun that was used.
Yeah, that's pretty much like a 22.
Yeah, how long would you figure that barrel is right there? Like if he had that in his mouth, like
12-inch barrel.
It's a 12-inch barrel.
12-inch to 20.
Okay. Okay, because it was a Remington Model 11 20 gauge. Set up the light load. Kurt took the shotgun to his house. So, okay, according to this, March 30th, him and his best friend Dylan Carlson went to Stan Baker Sports in Seattle and purchased a shotgun that he would eventually use to take his own life. Kurt took the shotgun to his house, so it would be there when he got back from rehab. This is what the Remington model shotgun looks like. Okay, then there's the receipt. They have the receipt that, from the store. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Who's that? Oh, okay. I don't know if that's the guy Carlson? I don't know. Okay. The gun was registered in Carlson's name at Kurt's request because all of the other guns have been confiscated by the police. Here is the picture of the actual shotgun used by Kurt. Okay. Can I save this? Of course not. I'm going to have to clip it. Okay, so apparently this was the the image of what was found. Come on, I can't save this quick enough.
For the life of you.
All right, that's the image that. Okay, that's the photo, the police photo of the actual shotgun.
Longer than the other one.
Yeah, so
there's no way he could have done that by himself.
yeah, his
long of a.
Yeah, I would say the barrel itself. Yeah, that's at least.
That's a good 24 inches.
Yeah, his hand would have came down, not nowhere near close to the trigger. It would have probably
close to the trigger. He would hit at least near close to it, but not as close.
Yeah.
As the picture. Yeah, that's too far, man. There's no way they did it by himself. No way.
The only thing I could ever think of is he'd be able to use to do it, but even so, I mean, that's just. I don't know. That just don't sound right to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, there's no way. That's Courtney Love written all over it.
Let's see. Police released the pictures of the gun. All right, we already seen the gun. Yeah, police in Seattle released photographs of the shotgun Nirvana frontman used to kill himself more than 2 decades ago. Cold case detective Mike. What the hell's his name? Sienski? I can't. That's like a Polish name, I think. Is shown holding Cobain's gun and different angles in 5. Okay, so there's different. Where the hell's all the other angles at? There's only one angle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the only way I could use his foot.
So if I put it in here, all right, this is what I'm looking at. That's the one angle I'm looking at. So yeah, like if you look at that, like okay, not even the whole barrel is in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at his arms, like yeah, his arm is definitely not as long as that barrel. So he's not even going to reach that. He's not going to reach that trigger. Not even with a fingertip, you know.
Right.
Because you got to figure, like I don't know how shotguns cock. I don't know how they cock. I know, like usually with like a pistol or something, you cock the hammer. I don't know if a shotgun has a hammer to cock, but
that one has a. It looks like how you pull back like a handgun has that little side thing.
I see it now. Yeah, I'm looking at the other picture. Yeah, you pull that back, and of course, it's like how much pressure does the trigger really need? Especially if you're reaching down, if you're trying to reach down.
Not much by looks of it.
Yeah. Let's see the picture. All right, this picture was taken in June 2015. Put on Seattle's computer system March 3rd, and since then have been added to the investigative file. It's unclear why they took the photos last year and why are they now releasing them to the public. Well, that's what people do, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. An investigation determined that days earlier, the singer had gone into the greenhouse of his large home and taken a massive dose of heroin. He then shot himself with a 20-gauge shotgun. His death was ruled as a suicide.
If you took a massive dose of heroin, you'd probably pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
See, it still doesn't make sense. Again, money talks.
Just like I don't even remember what Courtney Love said where she was, because she tried to say she wasn't home at the time. I can't remember where she was.
Now I have a question. Now, I don't know how heroin works, but if he took all that heroin, would he be able to even hold the gun steady enough to do that?
No.
I didn't think so.
I've done it before a while back, but no.
Well, let's see. Effects of heroin.
It depends how much you take. Now, if you took a large dose of what they are supposedly saying they did, he wouldn't even be able to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, let's see. Heroin effects. Okay. How does it make you feel? Right after you're taking heroin, you get a rush of good feelings and happiness. So if he was depressed, he wouldn't have needed a fucking gun. If that's the case. So it's like if you take an amount of heroin, if you're depressed, you know what? If I'm depressed, I gotta start taking some fucking heroin. God damn. Like next time I'm down, shit, I'm gonna find me a goddamn carrier, man. If it's gonna bring me some good feelings and happiness, well, shit. But let's
all those
see.
funny things that give you happiness. And
Yeah. So let's see. You get a rush of good feelings and happiness, then several hours, or for several hours, you feel as if the world has slowed down. You think slowly and may walk slowly. Some users say you feel like you're in a dream. In an Illinois study in suburban heroin users, some describe the feeling as covered in a warm blanket where worries are gone. The drug can cause nausea and vomiting. It can also make some people itch. It blocks you from getting pain messages and slows both your heart rate and breathing. If you overdose, you may stop breathing and die. So if he took a large amount,
he would have already dead.
Yeah, he overdosed. So whatever happened, like if he was already dead from the overdose, like yeah, it is possible that she came home and maybe she panicked. I don't know. Maybe she was the kind of type that panicked and decided to do. You see that shit in movies all the time. Like the fucking woman. It's like, oh, he's dead. I better do something with the body or some shit. Let's see. Courtney. Let's see. Not Courtney. Courtney. Courtney loves. What the hell would I statement to Cobain's death? I wonder if that's online. Let's see. Let's see.
They're not gonna release that shit.
Yeah. What is this? Courtney Love's father claims he can prove she was responsible for Kurt Cobain's death. Hank Harrison is the estranged father of Courtney Love and used to be the manager of the Grateful Dead. Oh, there's a fun fact. He believes his daughter was responsible for the 1994 death of Kurt Cobain. No doubt she was capable, Harrison said. I can't prove she pulled the trigger, but I can prove her involvement to a high degree of certainty. Is to publish his book in on the couple where he will outline the proof. Finally convinced that by the release by police of the note written by Cobain. The note was kept in Cobain's pocket and calls Love a bitch and a money grubber. Authorities ruled Cobain's death as suicide and said he had taken a lethal dose of heroin prior to his shooting. In March, police say they had found 4 undeveloped rolls of film taken in Cobain's home at the time of his death. Detectives say the pictures found this year. This article was posted in 2014. So the pictures that were found this year from Cobain's home at the time he died contained nothing to suggest that his death was not a suicide. So it kind of teeters on the fact that, yeah, she may have been, possibly involved. Like I said, like she was a money grabber. She was probably after Kurt for his money or whatever, all this fame that he had with Nirvana. And I'm like, why would you, you both were married, you share that money. And plus you were in a band yourself. So it's like, I don't know. She was on some heavy drugs herself too.
Well, I was going to say, she probably was on. If she,
yeah, she has a history of drugs herself too. So yeah, it's possible. Like maybe they, like I said, they had their arguments, they had their fight. Probably over money a lot. And then of course, she comes home and she sees him dead on the floor, and she probably figures, oh, they're gonna blame me. So here's my theory. Everybody's gonna have a theory about it. Nobody's gonna know the whole story. But it's up for speculation. Mm-hmm. My theory is he went out to the greenhouse. He took this amount of heroin. He knew what he was doing. He had a note in his pocket. He wrote a note. He was high. He could do anything at all. So I assume he overdosed and died. He could have still been alive. Who knows? Sometimes when you overdose, I guess people do live through it. Like, hell, look at Nikki Sixx. He fucking OD'd several times, and they fucking brought him back. 2 jolts to the chest, boom, he's back to life.
Right.
So, he still could have been alive, maybe passed out, And I'm guessing, maybe Courtney, maybe she freaked out, maybe she was nervous, maybe she, was having a rush moment. She's like, oh my God, what do I do? They're going to blame me for this. They're going to put the blame on me. So why not, put the gun near him, boom, put his fingerprints on the gun, he committed suicide, and then she just takes off somewhere and then comes back later like, oh my God, what happened,
Mm-hmm.
And it can all be done, within a matter of, let's say it happened in the morning time, I believe, he could have been there, she could have came back for something, saw him laying there, took care of it, and then she left. And of course, like they said, like an electrician, one statement says an electrician found the body, he came in to install some kind of security system, and then you said something about a PI found him?
Private investigator.
Huh.
That was an awful movie. That biography of called Courtney and Kurt.
Let's see, who found Kurt Cobain's body? Let's see.
I wonder if that's a documentary or was she blocks him. I read about that one time.
Okay, let's see. If I looked it up on Bing.com, they said discovery of Kurt Cobain's body. On April 8th, 1994, Cobain was discovered in his living quarters above his garage at his Lake Washington Boulevard East house by VECA Electric Company employee Gary Smith. Smith arrived at that house that morning to install security lighting when he saw a diseased Cobain laying inside. So far I've seen at least 2 statements where it was an electrician who was coming in to, but then again, like, how would you be let in? Like, who would let these random people in your house? I mean, of course they come out there to install shit, but wouldn't you think they knocked on the door, rang the doorbell?
Mm-hmm. Well, see, another thing I was thinking of is if he really did.
You might want to repeat yourself there, Empire. You cut out. Yeah.
I can't. Oh, it was me. I'm cutting out again. Like, I'm wondering though, if he really did shoot himself like that, wouldn't somebody have heard it?
I don't think they had neighbors, or if they had neighbors, maybe nobody was home. I don't know.
I don't know. A gunshot is pretty loud. I figure at least somebody would have.
Yeah. Oh god, 10 dark theories and claims surrounding the death of Cobain. Okay, let's see. This was posted last April. Let's see if there's anything that's debunked. These are theories and claims. Okay, number 10, there was no fingerprints on the gun. According to investigation records, there were no usable fingerprints recovered from either the shotgun that Kurt allegedly used to end his life or the shells that had been loaded into it. Given that Kurt was not found wearing gloves, the gun lay on his lifeless chest with his left hand clasped around it. Furthermore, there wasn't any hint of gun residue that would have been present on Cobain when he fired. Perhaps, further twist, the gun in question was found to have been freshly loaded with 3 shells. While this is only circumstantial, given the assertion was that Cobain had obtained a shotgun in the immediate run up to his death in order to kill himself, it was odd that he would load it with 3 shell holes instead of just 1. That is a very interesting theory right there. Like, if you knew what you were going to do, why not just load one shell into there?
Right. Well, here's another thing. Where'd you say his hands were? They said they were clapped to his chest, right?
They said the gun laid on his lifeless chest with his left hand clasped around it.
Oh, okay. So it was around the gun.
Yeah. So that is something. Like, okay, yeah, they had the bullet hole in the head, so he definitely got a gunshot to the head. So that's always another thing too. Like, if Courtney Love did it, it's possible she wiped the fingerprints off of it.
I was gonna say it has to be. I mean, something had to happen because if his hand was around it, the fingerprints would have still been on it.
Yeah.
DNA wasn't really around by that time.
True.
Well, that's true.
And plus, like they said, it's like there was no gun residue around anywhere. There was no fingerprints on the bullets, because that'd be another thing too, because the bullets, that's another good way, the shell casings, you get a fingerprint off of those. So there was no fingerprints on the shell casings. Let's see, too much heroin in the system, we already said that. Yeah, he took a shit ton of heroin. The suicide notes. Let me see, I can't even fucking read that unless I fucking squint in. Do they have this typed up? Let's see. I can't read a whole lot of it because it's all short. It's all small.
Can you send like a picture of it? Maybe we can take a crack at it.
Yeah, let me grab this here real quick.
I'm actually curious to see this myself.
Let's see. Come on, program, load it up. There we go. And here it comes.
All right.
Because we got at the end here, it said, Francis and Courtney, I'll beat your altar. Please keep going, Courtney, for Francis, for her life, which will be so much happier without me. I love you, I love you. Suicide note.
That doesn't look like his writing.
Nah.
Maybe the top part, but not the bottom part.
Yeah. Plus, if you were on a shit ton of heroin, like I don't even know if you would be so coherent when it comes to writing, notes like that. Let's see, what are the effects of heroin while you guys are reading it? Effects of heroin, let's see. On your body, collapsed veins, infections of the heart lining and valves, skin infections like abscesses and cellulitis, high risk of getting AIDS and HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, lung disease like pneumonia and tuberculosis, and a miscarriage if you're a female. Let's see, what to do if you think someone is using heroin. I mean, of course, you're going to have to call somebody for that.
Right.
Let's see, while Shadow's trying to decipher that, let's see, Courtney Love's own father has made a sensational claim that his daughter was responsible for the death of Kurt Cobain, and he can prove it. Hank Harrison, the ex-manager of the Grateful Dead, said that while he can't prove his daughter pulled the trigger, the shotgun that ended his life, he can prove her involvement. Harrison, who is estranged from the rock star daughter, said that he became convinced she killed her own husband after Seattle police released a note that Cobain held in his wallet mocking his wedding vows that called him a bitch with zits.
Okay, from what I've read from that letter, what I understand, he loved her, but he felt he had it really well, but at the same time, he still wasn't happy.
Yeah.
And he called himself a erratic, needy baby. And he felt he needed to kill himself instead of fade away or something like burn out and fade away is how he put it.
Yeah, because he did suffer from depression too, from what they said.
Yeah, but he said he had it really good, and he's grateful for that.
Yeah.
And he really loved her. He basically called her a goddess of a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there's good in people and all that stuff. I don't know. It's interesting for sure.
Oh, God, that's what she looked like back in '92? Holy shit. She looked like she was on something. Yeah, I'm sending it now.
Okay.
See, that's her. That's her, and that's Hank. That's her dad, and that's her. That was back in '92. She looked like.
I've never seen her with black hair.
I know. She was usually blonde.
Yeah, she definitely on something.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. He also said, "Oh, you hopping off?"
Yeah, I gotta hop off. My phone's about to die.
All right, man. Well, I'll chat with you later. Good having you in here.
I do appreciate with you all having me on board, there, man. I really do appreciate it.
Anytime, man. You're always welcome.
Nice meeting you, man.
Right. Nice meeting your brother, Shadow. Yeah, she definitely on some crap, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cypher's typing something. I wonder what he's getting ready to say here.
Oh, God.
But let's see. He also went on to see he's publishing a book. The final clue that sealed his opinion was the handwritten note inside the music legend's wallet, which I assume that's the one that you were reading. Do you, Kurt Cobain, take Courtney Michelle Love to be your lawful shredded wife? What?
That's shredded?
Yeah.
What?
That's what it said. I guess that was one of the notes. I guess that was the marriage vows. Do you, Kurt Cobain, take Courtney Love to be your lawful shredded wife? The note begins, even when she's a bitch with zits and siphoning all your money for doping and I guess that's what Kurt wrote.
It had to be maybe it was a joke or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's still like she still looks like she's on something. I know, and that picture's from '92. So yeah, she probably looks like an aging heroin addict right now.
I feel like she's staring into my soul right now.
She's like, I see you, Shadow.
What is she doing with that guy's tie? Maybe I don't know.
Well, that's her dad. I mean, they must have something strange going on back then. I don't know.
Maybe she was teasing him.
But that I guess that's what they meant by when he was mocking their marriage vows. You know, this shredded wife, even when she's a bitch with zits and siphoning all your money for doping and whoring. I guess that's the kind of stuff she was doing back in the day. I mean, she does look like she definitely looks like she was doping. Whoring around. I mean, she was in a rock band herself, so I'm pretty sure she had quite a few people she was sleeping with, you know. She probably even slept with the bandmates, too. Harrison, who is also suspicious of Seattle's police motives for only releasing new evidence 20 years
Wolfsback.
Oh, Wolfsback.
Speaking of Wolf, she looks like she needs...
Well,
she really needs some Wolfie style.
Okay, I come back and hear all this. Don't tell, man.
Don't look
It
at me.
was all fun not hearing y'all for a while. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you were listening. We were talking like the last half hour, kind of investigating the death of Kurt
Dude,
Cobain.
I wasn't even knowing. Oh, yeah. I'm going to elaborate on that. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard from Kurt Cobain. You know the drummer to the lead singer. I don't know if you heard the Shadow. I've been watching like YouTube videos, and I take this as a grain.
Dave Grohl, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Shadow what we talked about. Basically, what I heard, he wanted to be in the band so bad, but yeah, I'm gonna bring in the Illuminati on this. And I heard him because the note that Courtney Love wrote, she was practicing for 3 months, and it leveled to her. It matched. But I think my theory is that the drummer from Nirvana really wanted a band. He wanted Kurt Cobain to join that group of the Illuminati to get up higher, but no, he sacrificed him and went to Foo Fighters. He got his own band and all that. I know it's far-fetched, but hear me out. And it's funny how when Kurt Cobain died, Hole, Courtney Love's band, the Foo Fighters rose up so high and became millionaires overnight, higher than Nirvana. Don't get me wrong, Nirvana is awesome. But when Kurt Cobain died, the group Hole rose up higher, got more fans, got more famous, and got more money.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he wasn't in the way anymore.
Yeah, because when you look in the dollar bills and all that, you see the fucking eye on there. It's like, oh, the Illuminati eye.
Another theory that is the shotgun. I know when you were talking about this, Mike. I know how that he can pull a string and blow his brains up, but if you pull a string, because of the kickback of the shotgun, it can go any which way. It could be that unless he has it really sturdy.
Actually, if you scroll up in the Discord, I actually shared a picture of the shotgun that was used and that they pull.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they said that there was nothing else with that shotgun. There was no string or anything like that. The one weirdest thing, the one theory I was actually reading before you came in was there was no fingerprints on the gun. There was no gun residue anywhere. There was no fingerprints on the shotgun shells that were used.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife said he's the drummer from. He has something to do with it. Yeah, it was. But the way that he got shot, it was positioned. He was laying down. I think he was in a tub or something, or laying down somewhere, and the gun was right next to him.
Well, what we were because what we were covering. That's all right, man. What we were covering was before any of that happened. He went out. He bought the shotgun. You know, he took a friend of his with him. He bought the shotgun. The friend put it under his name. They even showed the receipt. I should have shared the receipt in Discord. They took it home, and this was like, I think, a few weeks before that. And the day that the shooting happened, they said he went out to his greenhouse and he shot up a lot of heroin. So my theory was, and I explained my theory, that, you know, we were talking about the effects of heroin. Now, if he shot up a shit ton of heroin, it's a possibility yeah.
Go on, I'm sorry.
That's all right, but yeah.
I was going to say he wouldn't be able to pull that trigger because he'd be so doped up. He won't be able to see straight.
Yeah, that was my point. He won't be able to. Well, not that he won't be able to hold that gun straight anyway.
Yeah.
Well, here's my theory. I think Courtney Love did it. I do.
I do too.
Because the way she's been acting, but because like I said, Mike, you know, before when Nirvana was around, Hole was not really that popular. It was Nirvana. It was all about Kurt Cobain. But as soon, picture this. Oh, I'll kill my husband. Oh, I can rise to fame. You know, and then the drummer goes to Foo Fighters. This is a grain of salt, though. I don't believe it. I don't know what to believe, but it does sound suspicious. Like he dies, and all of a sudden she rises up.
Yeah, Hole and then Foo Fighters.
Like, I don't know what to believe. I don't think if he was on heroin that high, he wouldn't be able to shoot himself. For one, and if he did, the darn gun probably would have jerked so bad it probably would have broke his neck, not blew his brains out.
Well, my theory was,
I don't know.
My theory was, all right, he shot up the heroin. Depending on the amount that he took, he probably overdosed or passed out in the house. Now, when you overdose, you're not going to necessarily completely die. You know, you're not going to completely be dead. You know, there's still a chance that you could be revived by paramedics or anything of that nature. You know,
I'm not
stem shots.
That. You get a chance. I guess I'm not
okay. So he was laying there, and she probably came home that morning because they were expecting. Because from what I read, there was an electrician that was coming in later on that day to put a security system in. He's the one who found the body. So apparently, you know, he was there. I'm thinking Courtney came home because she knew the guy was supposed to be there. She was going to meet up with him or whatever in case if Kurt was home. And she probably saw Kurt's body laying there. She probably knew he was dead. And she probably panicked. And maybe she thought that, okay, they're going to probably blame me. Like maybe I gave him drugs or something, or I did this and that. So what better way to take the gun that he purchased, blow a hole, blow his brains out, put a hole in his head, put the gun on his chest, wipe the fingerprints from the trigger, the shell casing, etc. Now, there was another thing I read too. They said that the gun had there was 3 rounds loading into it. Now, if you're going to commit suicide, you're only going to need 1 round. And plus, what are you going to do? There was no gloves found. So if you want to wipe your fingerprints, if you commit suicide, you don't give a shit who finds out. It's like, okay, if I commit suicide, my fingerprints are going to be on the gun. They're going to be on the bullet, regardless. But they say there was no fingerprints anywhere. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
And I'm going to elaborate what you said. You said there was no fingerprints at all, which is ironic that the story I read is similar, but there was no electrician. It was like he drugged him. That's what I'm hearing. She was. Oh man, I'm probably mixing this all up. Damn it. Go on. Damn it.
No, but here you actually have a different story too, because
no. Okay, because he was drugged up, and they knew about it. They knew that he was going to be on drugs and all that, but I think they induced him more, and then some. I don't think it was her that pulled the trigger, or she just wrote the note, and I think she orchestrated it all, and then somebody pulled the trigger, right? Because if you're going to commit suicide, like you said, your fingerprints are going to be all over that. Why wasn't there no fingerprints?
Yep. Yeah, because even Empire. Yeah, because even Empire said that a PI found his body. And my thing is, well, I should have not debate, but I should have brought it up around that time. It's like, okay, if a PI discovered the body, there had to have been a reason for a PI to be at the house. Now, I could say this. I could probably say maybe he overdosed, and Courtney, maybe she could have also called, the police and say, hey, my husband, he committed suicide. I need an ambulance out here. And then, of course, before all that, she could say, okay, well, I need something that shows that he committed suicide. So what better way? Hey, there's a gun.
Why would she take that much time? Knowing the police are on the way, she shoots the dude. It won't make no sense, because by the time the police get there, they'll know she was there.
She could have shot him before she made the call.
That's a good point.
Got a point there.
Yep.
Because it won't make no sense for her to shoot him and call and say, oh, he's overdosed, and then shoot him, because then I'll pin her.
Yeah.
Automatically. Got a point there, Mike. I never thought about that.
All right, here's another dark theory that goes into it. The credit card that was used after his death. It is widely agreed that Kurt Cobain likely died on April 5th, before the discovery of his body April 8th. So he killed himself 3 days before he was discovered. So, okay, I thought maybe it was the same day, but it was like 3 days after that. So, there was nobody in that house. Somebody came along, and they were scheduled for putting the system in, and they discovered it. What is perhaps strange then are the records that show the 2 transactions on Kurt's credit card, April 6th, the day after he died. Some take this as an indication that Kurt's card was being used the day after he died. Whoever was using it would have had a better understanding of the timeline around the death than most. Others would have pointed at the dates on the credit card statement, probably only to show the card was charged, not when the transactions took place. So that's also a possibility. Like maybe with that, he could have used the card April 4th. He could have used the card the day he shot himself. And then, of course, the transactions on the card don't come out until 2 or 3 days later.
That's probably falsified, because he was home all day. He was depressed. He was thinking about doing it or not, but I don't think he acted. Like I said, I think she had some because she wanted his money. And she was getting tired of being lower than him.
Yep.
I don't think she wanted the divorce. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I just have a lot for this story.
I know.
Me and my ex-friend Elric got into this freaking debate, and we actually got into an argument, because I knew he claimed he knew a lot, but his stories wasn't even matching up. And I think Courtney wanted more than what she was having, and that's why the drummer was like, "Come on, Kurt, look what they're doing. We can do it too." And he was getting pissed off. And when he became Foo Fighters, I can find this for you. He said that the Foo Fighters are more bigger than Nirvana will ever been. Mm-hmm. And to a point, that is true.
Yep, and look where they come.
And I didn't know why they didn't suspect, because when she was doing an interview, she didn't look like she was really upset about it. She didn't have no tears. She was crying, but no tears were coming out.
Yep.
Because I'm really distinct with that stuff. I'm like, that bitch is lying.
And actually, the next theory, like you were saying with the divorce, I'm actually going to get into that in a little bit here too. But yeah, going back to the credit card thing real quick, they said on a possibly related note, a different brand of cigarettes than the ones that Cobain smoked were found in the ashtray in the room.
Yep, that too. Yep.
Whoever smoked the other brand of cigarettes has never been identified. Could it be someone who used Cobain's card, either with his permission or after discovering the body and taking the card as an as an opportunity? And then, of course, we're getting into Cobain's lawyer and the claims of the divorce. Tom Grant is a former detective and private investigator who was originally hired by Cobain's wife, Courtney Love, on April 3rd to find Kurt after he left the drug rehab 2 days earlier. According to Grant, his investigation uncovered evidence that Kurt was planning to divorce his wife and that this was the reason he was, in Grant's opinion, murdered.
Oh, damn, so, I didn't know that.
There's a theory there.
Scared. Maybe she was scared. Okay, I'm going to give another theory. I've never heard of this before. Maybe she was scared that Kurt, after he divorced her, would take hold. Hear me out. Would take their group, drain all their money, because I think he was a little unhappy with her. Good thing you brought that up. I did not know this part, and I'm thinking that she was scared that he was going to take everything from her.
And you know what? I was actually reading, not to cut you off, but there was actually, I was actually reading, one thing that was found in his wallet was a note that was written by him, and it was basically mocking his marriage vows. And he wrote, "Do you, Kurt Cobain, take Courtney Michelle Love to be your lawful shredded wife, even when she's a bitch with zits, and siphoning all your money for doping and whoring?" So yeah,
I did not know all this. Oh wow!
So that is a possible reason as to, that is a good claim right there.
So, look, I'm sorry for cutting you off again. Stuff keeps popping in my head. I got look. Okay, I don't know if you trust the YouTube community with this, but look up like the letter. Like she was like I said, she was learning how to write like him. And
actually, we don't need to scroll up in the Discord. I actually posted that too. That was that was part of what I'm reading too. The suicide.
Oh, you got it. You got the original letter.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I don't know if you're going to try and read it. I'm going to finish this up with the divorce claim here. Let's see. Tom Grant claimed that he had spoken with Cobain's attorney, Rosemary Carroll, just days after his body was discovered. According to Grant, Carroll had agreed with his theory and urged him to continue his investigation. Furthermore, the PI claimed that Carroll had confided in him in the weeks prior to his death. Kurt had her change his will so that Love would be excluded because he was indeed just about to divorce her. While Grant has spoken publicly about the alleged conversation, Carroll herself hasn't. However, this lack of response is seen by some as Carroll indirectly confirming that the conversation took place due to her not denying the claims. Furthermore, in the documentary Kurt and Courtney, a former nanny who worked at the Cobain property claimed there was increased talk about divorce from Kurt during phone calls in the weeks leading up to his death. So that's always a possibility there. Like, if she had a reason to take him out, and it could all be for alimony, like she don't get anything at all, he could take their child away from him. He could take everything away from him.
All of it, everything.
Yep.
And Shadow, are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm here. For a few
Do you
more
have
minutes.
I'm sorry, Mike. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, like what's your opinion after hearing about the divorce claim?
See, I don't know. Like, I don't think he wanted a divorce. For reading the letter, he clearly loved her.
Yeah.
He called her a goddess and everything. There is no way he wanted a divorce. I just don't see it from reading that letter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because with everything that had come out, yeah, because all the negative stuff that come out, like whatever he wrote that was against her, that was all negative stuff toward her. That's the drugs talking. That when you're hyped up on drugs, you're gonna say some of the most fucked up shit. Like, I could sit here and say, hey, Cypher's out in my backyard eating my shed. That fucking fat squatch some bit, that gay bastard and everything, you know?
I'm in here, man.
And that'd be the drugs talking, you know? You'd be like, nah, that ain't Mike talking.
Well, honestly, I don't know. I could doing that. I honestly could see him doing that. So I wouldn't believe that would be the drugs talking. That'd probably be reality talking.
Now, I never heard about this. This is the claims and death of El Deuce. Who the fuck is El Deuce?
He dropped the deuce.
One of the strangest incidents surrounding the death of Cobain was the death of El Deuce, the Los Angeles heavy metal musician whose real name was Eldon Hoke, had claimed to British documentary maker Nick Bromfield that Love had offered him $50,000 to blow his Kurt's fucking head off. He stated that this conversation had happened outside a rock shop in Hollywood. Apparently, the manager of the shop had witnessed the exchange between Love and Hoke and would later confirm that what Hoke had said was true. Hoke also took a lie detector test on that matter and passed with a 99.9% certainty.
Just because you pass doesn't mean you're innocent, because you can stabilize your vitals and all that so you can pass. I've seen it on Law and Order. I've seen it everywhere. Not everywhere. Why did I say that for? But leave me alone, Shadow.
I was reading what's in the Discord.
That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, good.
He didn't even see that.
Well, here's some Illuminati. Here's some Illuminati shit for you. 2 days after being filmed.
Really, Cypher? Okay. Where did you start, Michael? Where have you quit?
He just buttered biscuits.
He likes
his rose.
Here's some Illuminati shit for you. 2 days after being filmed for the documentary Kurt and Courtney, though, El Deuce was found dead on a railway track near his home in L.A. His death was ruled as accidental. He had gotten drunk and wandered on the track near his home. Needless to say, quite a few eyebrows were raised in certain corners. So, we got a confession from, what was this? A store owner of the rock shop in Hollywood. He heard the exchange. He confirmed it. The guy took a lie detector test and passed it. So, I mean, it could have been possible. Maybe he was offered $50,000 from Love to shoot him. But, you know,
well,
I mean...
Mike, you should just look at the videos. I'll just send you some videos right now, and they'll tell you, like, all kinds of crap. It was a shooter. Some people say Courtney Love did it. Some people say the shooter did it. Some people say his drummer did it. Some people said that Mercenaries did it. Some people say he did. I don't know what to believe. I don't know.
Mercenaries. That's an interesting.
I never knew that he went divorced, though. I did not hear all that.
Now going on to the attorney Tom Grant, it is said that during the investigations, because he was the one who brought up the investigations, he said, including the aforementioned discussion with Cobain's lawyer, Grant began to strongly suspect Love and her campaign for has campaigned for years since Cobain's death in the case to be reopened. While many have accused Grant of simply seeking monetary gain off the back of the case of suicide, he has continued his campaign at the expense of his reputation, credibility, and very likely any further. So people were trying to say, like, he was trying to make money off of the whole thing himself. So it's a whole big issue involving, you know, much more than just those two. So, like, we already have...
I gotta admit, Courtney Love was hot.
I don't know. From what I see in this 92 picture and whatever the hell Cypher posted...
No, I'm on Google and looking at her younger, you know, when she was in a hole and all that.
I don't know. Look what Cypher posted. I thought maybe that's what... She looks like...
Yeah. Not that. Ew.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what she looks like? Hold on. Let's see. I gotta find this. She looks exactly like this. Hold on.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay. I don't know if you ever seen it. This was a horror movie. I've seen it once. It was alright.
What's wrong with her face, though?
I look at that, and all I see is that.
Oh God.
She looks like she was at movie Fear.com.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Thanks for reminding me of that movie, Cypher.
She was hot back in the day with she was with her. Not now. Damn. I look up now.
So, there was this claim, okay, El Deuce, I never heard of him, but that's an interesting case. Now moving on to Greg Sage. I don't know who this Greg Sage is. Let's see, according to, the Wipers guitarist. I never heard of Wipers. Okay, Wipers guitarist Greg Sage. According to him, Cobain. Cobain.
Okay. You Cobain in the car.
Let's see. Cobain had planned to record some acoustic lead belly songs on his own that summer, with Sage producing. Although the words need to be taken with a pinch of salt, some believe that following the comment, Sage was alluding to how much Kurt Cobain would be worth to the record company should he pass away instead of simply going solo. Sage stated, "Well, I can't really speculate other than what he said to me, which was he wasn't at all happy about it. Success to him seemed like, I think, a brick wall. There was nowhere else to go but down. It was too artificial for him, and he wasn't an artificial person at all. He was actually 2 weeks after he died. He was supposed to come here and record a record. Well, he was supposed to record a bunch of Lead Belly covers. It was kind of in secret because, people would definitely not allow him to do that. You also have to wonder, he was in a $1 billion industry at the time with Nirvana, and if the industry had any idea at all of him wishing or wanting to get out, they couldn't have allowed that, in life, because if he was just to get out of the scene, he'd be too forgotten, and if he were to die, he would be immortalized. So that's also a thing that makes sense. Like, he was trying to get out of it, but, they wouldn't let him get out of it, and then, it's a possibility.
Over again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's see, number 2.
I heard, though?
What's that?
Go on. I heard that I know this is stupid. I'm just going to bring this up. Somebody said that Kurt's still alive.
People still say Tupac's still alive, and Elvis is on the island. No, actually, no, wait. Elvis just went home. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, little mama.
Somebody's playing PS4? Let's see. Moving on to number 2. We got 2 more left. Michael DeWitt and Courtney Love. Grant also accused the family's male nanny, Michael DeWitt. I guess males can be nannies now, I guess. I don't know. Of conspiring with Courtney to kill Cobain. DeWitt was hired by Love, who had known him for some time. Although it was ultimately the conversation with Rosemary Carroll that truly set Grant to the path to his eventual conclusion, he noticed increasingly suspicious behavior from the pair almost immediately upon meeting them, particularly from Love. It is an interesting dynamic to an already darkly intriguing case. If Grant is correct, was his hiring by Love an attempt to cover her tracks, only to be outthought by Grant? It should be noted that many are critical of Grant, in particular his investigation of Cobain's case. However, our last point is worth taking on board. So yeah, there's many possibilities. Like, she could have hired some people. She could. It's all circling around to be one big conspiracy. Oh, Shadow muted. Okay. He must be on a phone call or something. You're still there, Wolf, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. And of course, the last. Go ahead.
Go on. Sorry.
That's all right.
I just now hearing all this from you, and I never knew a lot of it. I knew a lot, but I didn't know about the marriage and these names I never heard of, because these people don't go into all depth.
Yeah.
I know about the note. I know about conspiracy. They even showed his dead body, which is very graphic. But yeah, I don't know, man.
And then there's this very last one that I don't know how much of it is true. There was no legal action that taken place. Perhaps the most damning evidence, in at least terms of accusation, that they were involved in his death is that Courtney Love and Michael DeWitt, who Grant had accused of actually pulling the trigger, no less, have taken no legal action against the man who had persistently accused them of having the rock singer killed. To his credit, Grant stated that this would be the case, claiming if Love tried to take him to court, the evidence that she was involved would be allowed to unfold before the world. It is an interesting argument to make, and similar to the ones that Dave Icky, and other such conspiracy theorists have made to back up, some of their more outlandish claims. Do you have a point, or are these claims being made simply not worth your time or money to respond to? So that's also, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if you listened in, Shadow, but apparently...
No, I stepped out of the room for a minute.
Okay. Apparently, there was the claims that the attorney, Tom Grant, made about the whole thing with Michael DeWitt and Courtney Love. There was no legal action taken. And none. So if this was actually the case, he was making these claims that Courtney Love hired somebody to be a male nanny to cover up her tracks, to be the one to, to shoot Kurt, and then they would take off. It kind of makes sense in a way, because I don't know, I don't remember anything at all. All I know is just like, okay, it was suicide. We left it at that. I mean, we can question Courtney, but this is a good theory. Like, let's say she decided to take these claims to court and say, okay, this dude is slandering me. He's saying that me and this guy planned this whole murder against my husband, but then Grant had all this evidence with everything that we had just read that would unfold, that would really prove that Courtney's guilty in this, and she is somehow related to the death of Cobain.
Right.
So it's still up in the air with all these theories that we just went over, from the gun to the notes, credit cards, the bee that just farted on someone's mic.
What was that?
It was like,
I'm like, who farted? That's what I was thinking of.
I don't know whose mic just took a shit.
No, man. God, that's wrong.
So it's like, I explained some of my I explain my opinions on these theories. Like, after hearing all these theories, from the gun to the note, the credit card, the claims of divorce, and all, what do you guys think of all this? Like, how can you all compile this into everything we discussed so far?
It's just, there's a lot involved, so I don't know if you can really all push it all together, especially to get it to make sense. But to me, it feels like there's definitely more to it than what meets the eye. Something is definitely not right here. I don't think he killed himself, personally. I mean, his daughter doesn't think he did. Clearly, they have evidence out there that may prove that she did do it. So I don't know. Like I said, I think there's something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with Wolf. I think there's more to it, and I think she may have.
I'm sorry for cutting your phone. I'm sorry, dude.
I'm gonna kick your ass if you do that again.
You do.
Keep fucking with me, Wolf. I'm just messing with you. Oh!
No, what? No, what? No, wait, what?
I know you lost me, Wolf.
No.
Wow, buddy.
Not like that, ass.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're not touching. Never mind. Anyway, but yeah. This is
did it again. Damn.
Out there. I mean, yeah. It could be. It's basically going to be like this thing with Tupac and Biggie. We'll never know the full story. We never know what's going to happen. I mean, there could be police involvement. That PI could have had something to do with it. God knows what happened. But, I mean, if her father says she had something to do with it, her daughter clearly believes it, and she's being accused of trying to kill her son-in-law now. Then, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why there was no prosecution, but she probably threatened them and blackmail, and it's a lot to it because I think Courtney is guilty of this because Rashada said that she's threatening to kill the son or something. And
yeah, apparently she got accused last year of threatening to kill her ex-son-in-law or something like that.
That's right there. That shows you
I think I heard about that.
She's I never heard anything about that.
I didn't either until about 10, 20 minutes ago when I was looking it up. I saw something on it.
That's right, yeah, because she popped up in the stories last year. I forgot where I saw it at. I didn't read into it.
It had something to do with him having or something like that, and she's being accused of like threatening to kill him or trying to kill him or something like that.
Well, I think they should reopen the case of Kurt Cobain and really dig in there.
Well, see, that's the thing too. I mean, they should reopen it because they got more ways of testing the evidence now, and that they got DNA out there now that you can use. I mean, there's different types of equipment and all that they can use, and that's what they do with cold cases. They're doing it with Tupac and they're doing it with Biggie, that case. So why not reopen Kurt's and see what they can find?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, get it right there, and I'm not going against Courtney, because she might not have done it. It might have been somebody else. It might have been the lead singer of Foo Fighters. We don't know who did. It might have been the PI. We don't know.
It might have been Fat Squatched.
Oh God.
Fat Squatched.
Where were you on the night of April 5th?
It might have been Wolfie style. Don't know. You never know. You never know. Oh, that didn't sound
It
right.
might have been. Wolfie style killed the world. What are you talking about?
It might have been. It might have been Hubba.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry with that GIF and the thing there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That seems like the perfect reaction that Wolf gets every time he asks for Wolf stuff. Say what? You don't see it? The woman?
Look at Discord.
Oh hell, that's messed up, man.
Oh, his face is priceless.
I think the next one is you. Like you're okay. Huh? Okay.
No, that's his wife's reaction. That's his wife's reaction. Like, oh God, can we just get this over with already?
Oh no, that's messed up, man.
Oh shit.
Hey, ain't me.
I'm gonna ask her that too.
I'm sure you would.
Oh, where's that?
I'll send them
She's gonna be nice.
No, she's actually really, really up for it. She'll tell me straight up. She done told me that. If I don't like the way you are, I'm not gonna touch you. Like,
it's not big enough for Wolfie style anymore. It's not satisfying.
There you go. There's one for you.
Breakfast. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
It's more like breakfast.
Who's at breakfast? It's not. It's Breck. It's not Break. It's Breck. Everyone says breakfast, but you never say breakfast.
He actually doesn't say fit like fist. It's just like it's like breakfast or something like that. It just like stops.
Notice how his neck when he turns his head, the way his neck adjusts.
Right.
It's like
I'm gonna say it. All I'm gonna say is, Mike and Shadow, look at the videos. I can send them to y'all, and you judge it for yourself. Because I already did a lot of now analyzing and all. I'm gonna check in a little bit after this and see if there's any more videos out there about the death.
What is that guy?
Chris Benoit. That's a whole new thing with the Chris Benoit case.
Actually, no. Since we've done this podcast on Kurt Cobain, we should probably do one on Chris Benoit. There's a lot
about it. I'm sorry. I got one. Guys, when I know, throwing ideas. I know when Ed
finger of fudge is just. Oh, God. My God.
I just randomly saw that. I was like, okay.
Fudge finger
Wow.
candy chocolate. Why are we fudge
No
fingering?
comment.
It looks like it's something from the 70s or 80s.
Look, my finger's a Twix bar now.
Is that how big it is?
Wrong finger.
Wow.
It's bigger than my pinky finger. What are you talking about?
Would you like to suck on some fudge? Is that how big it is? So,
sorry, Wolf. At least mine's bigger than my pinky toe.
oh, let's see. We went on for a little over 3 hours. We had some fun with Cypher in here earlier, looking at some wild pictures and shit. And then, of course, thank you to Star Tenshi for coming in and shedding some light on her brother, Chris Falls, the lead singer for the band Flaw, an awesome band. Okay, I would love to see them again when they start touring again. And of course, big thank you to our guest, as always, the Empire 495. You should follow him on twitch.tv/the Empire 495. And of course, to my co-host, Shadowfall. I don't know.
Hey.
I forget what your Twitch is. What, Shadowfall 900 is still on there, ain't it?
It's still mine. Same.
Yeah, so twitch.tv/Shadowfall900 and twitch.tv/Wolfang2020 to my co-hosts. Always grateful to have you guys in here.
We should do another music podcast. There's so many bands we can talk about, like Cold and Nine Inch Nails and that kind of stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll pick like certain genres to talk about, and we'll make episodes of those, like new metal, hair metal, heavy metal, whatever.
Can I put an offer? Can I put an offer and suggestion?
No, we can't use acapella.
Wolfie style's a music version?
No.
I think Wolf would like opera.
No, hear me out.
Yeah.
I found that next podcast we should like pick a band that we like and why we like it, because I was going to tell you earlier that I relate to Korn a lot because Korn went through hell and abuse, and I did too.
That's a good idea. We'll do that.
Yeah,
and Linkin Park about my depression, Evanescence about I was golf and my depression, and Creed and my drug use and all that.
I have one question for you.
What?
What? Actually, I was gonna ask which band fits your Wolfie style personality.
Beat It Up Right by Korn.
I thought it was Garbage. Never mind. Or Hole.
I like. Never mind. I like Garbage and Hole, but I don't like Garbage and Holes. Oh, what?
Oh, Mike does, but that's beside the point.
1910 Fruit Gun Company.
Five-finger death punch. There you go, Wolf.
5-finger Wolfie style.
Oh, there you go. That's a side project.
That's more like 4-inch death punch.
So anyway, guys, as always, thank you for my co-host Shadow and Wolf for being here.
Go-host.
Your go-host. We're gonna be go-host Saturday. Ghosts. We're gonna be ghosts.
So it is invisible, Wolf. I knew it.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and shut this podcast off. If you are watching us on air, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to follow us on our main streaming channel, twitch.tv/error with a name. Or if you're watching us just now, if you're just tuning in, be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Arrow Entertainment. It will be uploaded to our YouTube channel later on. Be sure to catch us this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cypher is the host of our new podcast, Through the Doorway. This episode's topic is going to be about dreams. Don't miss out, guys. It's going to be a spooktacular episode.
What's wrong with that cat?
I don't know. I think he's either trying to dance or he had too many friskies.
Dancing pussy.
When pussy moves erratically.
Never mind.
And on that note, guys, do you all have any closing arguments or closing last thoughts?
No, I think we should do this again. Like I said, it's been great. I mean, music's a big topic for me. So, I mean, I think we should do another music podcast. I think we should do another investigating another crime. Because, you know what? I actually had a lot of fun doing this. We had a lot of good theories, especially Wolf, since, you know, he investigated and all. And I just think we should do something like that. And I'm
You were surprised that I know a lot about Kurt Cobain case and all that?
No, I'm not surprised. I just did that, and it actually helped.
I know about the Chris Benoit case too. I know all about that.
Well, then we should do that one the next time, because I think that's another thing we should do. I mean, it's different topics. Besides, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love gaming and all that, but it'd be great to do some other topics, you know? So yeah,
we'll cover that.
Like I want to do the music and how much you feel and why you relate to it, and I want to do that too. Yeah.
The wolf thing makes me feel really uncomfortable.
You don't want to, bro. You don't want to created it.
I didn't create a wolf theme.
No,
I didn't create opera. Thank you very much.
Seriously, think you're gayer than a $2 bill.
But a $2 bill's got more value than me.
Exactly.
J.G. Wentworth.
Wait. Hold on. You said a $2 bill has more value than you?
I mean, I'm them.
Mike, remember something. He's a 50-cent prostitute.
Oh yeah.
No, 25 cents. I'm really cheap.
You're worth a half piece.
I was gonna say he's half a cent.
I'm not 50 cent. I'm 50.
You're 50 cent. You're 50 cent. Get it right.
All I heard was you're fake or plastic. That's all I heard.
I don't know. I think his titties are real to me.
I'm gonna ask Fat Squash the next time. I'll just ask Fat Squash. He's been milked enough.
And on that note, guys, you all have a good night. We're going to close this podcast out. Like I said, join us this Saturday for Through the Doorway with our host, Cypher Xavier, for the episode of Dreams. You all have a good night. We'll catch you all on the flip.